Hey, everybody, welcome to the after party. Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just wrote that. I literally just freestyled that and I love
Oh wow, the lyricism for her, the Heim scheme.
everybody, welcome to the after party. Dude, that's not
So
bad.
so so everybody and party.
Dude,
You're
if
getting
you say
there.
it right, if you say
That's a
it right,
Shakespeare. That's a
it's
like a
no
George
iambic
Bernard
pentameter.
Shaw.
It's no iambic pentameter, but gosh darn it, it's good for YouTube.
It's not too shabby.
Hey,
Okay.
everybody, welcome
Oh
to the
boy.
after
This
party.
is what
Hey,
happened when you get a
dude,
couple eggnog.
that's
Oh
not
fuck.
bad. That's
This
not
stupid
bad.
thing. This stupid thing is fucking falling apart. Hold
How are
up.
you already falling apart 2 minutes in the show?
No, it's because
Renato,
the fucking
pull it
stand.
together, Renato Laranja.
Yeah, well,
Gosh darn it.
uh, fuck it. It's a
Hey,
new year. It's a new me, porra.
and it's not quite a new year, but it is a new look for the show. So the other times we were doing a different look. I'm sorry, I just need to tweak this a little bit because of the lighting. We were just doing a little different look with the lounge thing or whatever. But I realized, Hanato, that the ladies and gentlemen who like Egyptian cinnamon might like to see more of you.
Yeah, more of that, less graphics.
Right.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
this is for the people. This is for the people.
Let them enjoy that one.
Take it all in.
Why should they not enjoy?
Take it all in. How many Christmas cards did you have to send out this year to the ladies? Do you know, because I bet you
No.
want to let them know they're in rotation. Like, what's the maintenance like
Hmm.
on your sort of stable?
Well, I feel that we're gonna keep it to some like maybe they're gonna get instead of some. I almost give them a gifts, but I give them without the chi at the end. I give them a gift. So I put like a funny gift that say like a Merry Christ. And then so if then if they gotta earn the chi, porra. There's gotta be a lot for them to get the a chi on the end of that gift.
But so yeah, so you don't get them anything though, like.
Well, no, because I'm not a Santa Claus pimp. That's the guys who like to buy stuff like he's Santa Claus. Uh, that's not my job. That's his Santa Claus job. And stench only come once a year, but you on a notch come, you know, more than that.
No, 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 no. I don't want to know.
You don't want
Um,
to know how many times Santa come?
I
You don't
don't.
like to
I don't.
imagine Sanch coming? He's gotta come true. He gotta have fun. He do that shit every year. He's slaving over.
It's building down the chimney.
I mean, Mrs. Claus. Would you want Mrs. Claus not to get any action?
No, she deserves her presents.
She deserved that one.
She deserves to. Yeah, like yeah, yeah.
What if he's out cheating too? Like, is his one time a year where he's fucking all the single moms and stuff like that?
Right, because he finally got away from the
Yeah,
goddamn
because and
uncle.
she's not, and he's like, "Hey, Hudolph, say that I'm out. I'm not. Don't answer that fucking phone, Hudolph." Which reindeer would had him out? You think of all
Like,
which would be the least trustworthy of the to keep his mouth shut?
well, Dasher and Dancer are dating. I think they seem like a couple to me. I'm shipping them.
Are they both male?
Probably, yeah. I'm shipping Dasher and Dancer. They
Hmm.
sound they sound like a ship to me. So
They prancing and dancing too
or
much.
Dasher and Prancer.
But gay guys could
Those
be a
sound
great wingmans, though.
That's what I'm. Oh, 100%. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm shipping either. There's something going on between Dasher, Dancer, and Prancer.
But why you
I'm
gotta ship
shipping
that once?
because they work together all the time, and people do it all the time. It happens.
Is this a term I don't know? You shipping them?
Yeah, relationship. It means you're putting them together. You're saying,
Oh, God, are you? I thought you
oh,
meant you're gonna get rid of that one. So I was like, let them play the reindeer
oh,
games.
sorry. I thought you were cool and you knew the
I I
lingo.
I'm cool from a different kind of cool. than
Well,
that.
people
That's
know it.
true. That's a true cool for me, for her.
I'll look at these comments, but I think people know that I'm
I'm
shipping.
sure.
Right. So
I'm sure
Vixen and
because it
Blitzen, right, exactly, exactly. And so I think there's something going on there. There's either a love triangle or Dasher and Prancer are dating, or Prancer and Dancer are dating, or Dancer, because Prancer and Dancer, you got to figure have a lot in common. If we're going based solely on names.
on
A
that
Prancer
stuff.
and a
Yeah,
Dancer are going to have a lot in common. They're going to like to work out the same kind of way. They're going to go to they're gonna have a lot of common
they're gonna
ideas.
want to work on each other the same way too.
I'm just saying those
That's what the
guys.
Reindeer games. That's
I'm
why
saying
Rudolph, they didn't want him involved in that one.
I'm saying none of those three is gonna rat you out. Like those
Okay.
three are just gonna be like, no, you're
I
good.
don't
Do
even
whatever
know
you're
the
gonna
other
do.
ones. Where you have it
I'm just saying.
Blitzen.
So those three are just gonna leave you alone, right? And then Blitzen
I-
and like
Is there one named
Donner.
Nixon? Or that's
No,
the fucking
Dasher and
something else?
Dancer and Prancer. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen. Vixen's gonna be like, girl, do you?
Yeah. Or she might
So
want to get in on some of that freaky
right.
shit with Santa Claus.
Right. So those four are all cool. You're not gonna bother with you at all. Dasher and Dancer and Prancer, Vixen, Donner, Cupid, Comet,
Mm.
and Blitzen.
Wow, you know
So
more of that shit than I do. I don't remember
yeah,
none of that shit.
So I'm saying Donner because Comet's a badass name. Connor like gets laid
So
all the
Donner sounds
time.
like a square, like a wet
Right,
blanket for
right.
her.
Because comic gets laid all the time because that's a badass name. Cupid's like I'm
But
friggin'
wait a
Cupid,
second.
and
Wait a
Blitzen's
second.
also a cool name.
But Donner is also known, the Donner Party or whatever, where they ate each other. So maybe
Donner
he's like
is
into eating, eating some stuff. No, he's a square. L7.
Donner is the square. Donner is the rat. Donner is the
He's a
like
snitch.
bitch ass snitch.
He's a snitch.
Donner's a snitch because listen, Comet and Blitzen are both like Connor and Blitzen. Those are the homies. Those are the two
Yeah,
that
but
make love.
Connor is gonna force proper 12 on you, and then if you don't drink that one, he's gonna punch
No,
you in
no,
your
no, no,
fucking
no, no, no,
face.
no, 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 no.
Um,
It's Comet. Comet
wait,
and
how we even
Blitzen.
got into that?
I don't know, but Comet and Blitzen work with me. Comet and Blitzen have the two coolest names of the bunch. So those two are the ones that are both like those two are besties because they're like, yo, like they're the best wingmen for each other. Because it's like when you roll out with like when you have Renato, you're got a guy that likes to dress like I guess since we're keeping the Miami Vice things, since you're Crockett, I mean since you're Tubbs,
Oh, somebody
you have
dressed
you have
like a
Sonny
Crockett.
Crockett. So you have
Yeah,
your ride or die. Like I know
Don
like
Johns.
back in New York when I used to work for MTV, I used to roll out with my girls, like my wardrobe girl and my makeup girl. But like the three of us
Oh,
would
those
roll
are
out
always the
like,
most fun people on
dude,
any
it was
set. Is those people?
exactly.
Yeah.
And the three of us would roll out together. It was like bam, like it was the crew. It was like the kind of Sex in the City crew, like where you felt like we're rolling out to get in some trouble
You're
tonight.
gonna meet
You know what
Puerto
I mean?
Rican guys and shit like that.
Exactly. And we always
Yeah.
ended up making out with people and whatever. So I'm saying those are my Blitzen and Comets. Those are my girls that it was like, so yeah, I know that kind of person. So I'm saying Donner is the
So
snitch
how,
who would
how?
tell on Chris Kringle out tagging other women on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, you can't
He
do
would
that.
tell
Chris Kringle needs to enjoy himself sometime once a fucking year. Um,
once hall
just
pass.
once. Let him
That's
to
what he
enjoy.
wants for Christmas is a hall pass.
Yeah, what do he get? Fucking Chris. And she could do whatever she wants. She can fuck Krampus or whatever while he's not there. I bet Krampus is a freak.
Who's Krampus?
You don't know who is Krampus? He's like if Sanch was
But
God,
I have heard of Krampus.
Krampus is like the devil. He's the opposite. Because it's funny because America and the West,
I
the
just
modern
snorted. I'm
Chinese,
sorry.
only Sanch gets brought up now.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But I guess Sanch was created by like Scandinavian people or wherever the fuck it came
Mm-hmm.
from.
Mm-hmm.
In their stuff, it wasn't just about Sanch. If you didn't just not get a presence if you're not a good boy and girl. In their shit, it was you get punished by someone that's like the anti-Sanch, and he's looked like a fucking like a
Scary
demonic.
clown, right?
He looked like you ever seen like pagan Satanist shit? Like it
Yeah.
almost looked like a goat fucking thing with a long chain. He looked like the devil, and
Okay.
he's like he chased down the kids that's crying. There's artwork of Krampus is fuck you up, and like the
Okay.
little kids,
Here,
he
I'll
smacked
look
the
it up.
shit out of the kids and stuff like that.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
It's with a K, right? KRU. Or
K
is it
R
Krampus or
A,
Krampus?
huh?
Is it Krampus or Krampus?
Cramp, like but with a K. Krampus. Cramp. K
People
H
are saying
A
people. Oh, I
M
see it.
P U
Krampus.
S.
K-H-A. Right. People are saying it's a Germanic deity. They take you in the forest and you don't come back. In the
Yeah,
Netherlands,
and
Krampus is Zwarte Piet. Okay, so I've heard of Zwarte Piet, the Black Piet,
oh,
because I have friends from Sweden. So
I
my
don't know
friend
if he's a
Lars told me,
Schwarzer Pete. He's not the
but
same
my,
as Schwarzer Pete.
but my my friends told me all about Zwarte Piet.
Now I
That's
think Schwarzer Pete would
crazy.
probably stick it to fucking Mrs. Claus too. But I think
Oh, she
Krampus.
would like that.
I think Krampus though is like a stone freak. He probably is the type that eats you ass and you know no I'm just saying we have he looked like he have that look.
Dude, you can't talk about that. Come on.
I can't.
Oh, yeah, he's scary.
But he's also
Oh,
have a homosexuality to him for her.
what? A
He have a
homosexuality?
animal sexuality.
No, he's
He have
creepy.
that je ne sais quoi. He has that thing, that it factor that you can't put your
No,
finger on.
he doesn't. He's creepy. AF.
He's also
No,
tall, dark, and handsome. He's kind of dark.
no,
He's
no,
swarthy.
no. He's
He's a
creepy as
swarthy.
hell.
No?
He's not swarthy. Oh my god, dude,
Oh, kind of. He
dude.
looked like
Wait.
Lenny Krav.
Oh my god, no. Wait. Let me show people here. Hold on. Let me get a good picture here.
I think you're the
No.
only one in this conversation that don't know who is Krampus, by the way. I don't think this is news to anybody else here.
Oh really?
Because everybody afraid of
I'm the
Krampus.
nerd. I'm the nerd.
Well, you're not a nerd. You're opposite of the nerd. Nerds would know who is Krampus.
I'm saying this is who
But that's the
I would.
movie. That's the movie Krampus. It's like a horror movie.
Okay.
But look at like ancient, like old drawings of a Krampus, like where he's giving the little kiddies, the bad kids, they just dessert.
Um, Krampus.
Just
What
look
would I do?
Krampus
Like,
artwork or Krampus
oh,
legend.
Krampus old art. I love Google. That's crazy when you ever type in like things and you're like, oh, what comes up when you type in, like Renato Laranja. Like when you type it into Google, like what are the first things that come up? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's. Oh,
What
Google.
comes up is
I mean,
Hillshire Farms
they have
and Jimmy
Krampus.
John's
Like
sausage.
they,
What come up is Hebrew National, porra. Go ahead.
yeah, there's Krampus sweaters and stuff. I didn't know that.
The
Look
Krampus,
at
by the way. Say his
okay.
fucking name Hong again, he's gonna come visit you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the Krampus that I know and love. Yeah, that's the
That's
Kramp.
creepy. That's creepy.
Well,
Ew.
yeah, but it's only
He's
because
not
we don't
sexy.
you don't understand what he's up to. He's gonna put you in a bondage stuff, bondage porn. He's gonna put you in one of those fuck swings or whatever like that. Yeah. He's gonna tickle your asshole with a hand feather.
All I can think of now is Pulp Fiction or whatever.
Yeah, like that stuff. He's gonna do that to you. He have a gimp. He have all that stuff. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
screens look so much better on YouTube. Yeah, thank you, Blacker America or whatever your name is. Sorry,
People got some hell of a fucking names, huh?
dude. But here's the thing. So yeah, we not to change the subject, but yeah, over here on YouTube, I think it looks nice, and like we were saying, we kind of changed the formatting up so you can even enjoy even more of Hanato. But if there's things that you guys wanted
You can
to,
enjoy that. Yeah.
you could drink it in.
Well, you might
But
as well. You
if
could
you
do
wanted
worse.
to talk about some things, but Hanato, I wanted to ask you, since New Year's Eve is coming up, and also I would love to get our viewers' takes on this as well. But like, oh, I feel like I should do a story telling people that we're over here. But like, do you are there any liquors that you absolutely want to have on New Year's Eve, or anything that like you absolutely don't f with? Like, I
Ah,
feel like you're a caipirinha guy because that's Brazilian,
no,
but
of
I don't
course.
know if that's if that's just so cliche. And
I do like that one. But
but you
what
can't get
my
drunk at caipirinha; it's too much sugar.
well, yeah, yeah, you can if you want, but I prefer. You know what I like to drink? I like to drink good tequila. That's my favorite stuff. just high quality tequila. I know you're afraid of tequila, but I think that's because you had guys pouring well tequila down your
No,
gullet.
it just makes me
You,
a little
you had
too
guys
drunk.
going buying you drinks, and they was going to give it the fucking. They were like, "Give me Patron, give to her Don Juan whatever."
No, it just makes me a little
Uh,
too drunk.
oh, that's
Like I fast, like I
why are
can't
you drinking
control it.
tequila in the first place?
I know,
If
but
it
it's
make
like
you,
I go from 0 to 60 like way too
uh,
fast in that. Like I go
like, so
zero to
you're like
hit
a
like
sloppy drunk.
with tequila. I get a little bit not great. Yeah,
So why you
like I
here's what you gotta do. If you're controlling the drink, first of all, if you're at a bar, tell them make me a weak one. They'll be happy to make you a weak one.
no, I'm saying when I end up doing shots of tequila. That's
Well,
what I'm talking about.
well, don't do shots of. That's see, this is the difference.
But I
The
get like
exact.
peer pressured into it. You know what I
Of
mean?
course, when you do shots of any alcohol, you're gonna get sloppy drunk. Okay, and you gotta learn to turn that shit down. Any adult that is like, "Come on," and gonna get butthurt if you don't have a shot. eh, Sorry, you know what I'm saying? If I've had enough to fucking drink, I'm not gonna get
Oof.
cornered into. No, I'm just saying. After a while, I'm like, look, I'll take a couple shot. You know, I like a shot in the beginning to set it off.
Yeah,
A shot of
yeah. I like
tequila and a fucking
exactly
beer,
to
nice.
get the night going.
And then later on, if I'm gonna have more tequila, I'm gonna get a real nice one, and I'm gonna sip that one like a brandy. You
Mm,
know, I don't need to get fucking like
classy.
boom, 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 and keep because you know what happened. People don't realize after the initial buzz, you don't get more buzz. You just get more. You get less. You lose your functions. That's all. So you don't get. There's a certain level of buzz you get. It don't keep getting higher. The buzz. Only the sloppiness get higher. You understand?
Right.
So
Yes.
there's nothing in it for you except to just start looking like someone who need help.
Exactly. And when
So
I'm go ahead.
if your friends want you to be like that, why they want you to be like that? You're already fucked up enough where you're gonna do all the fun shit or jokes or whatever the fuck they trying to get after. After a certain point, you're either gonna be stumbling and slurring and being like a person who's pathetic, or you're gonna throw up or something. So I personally don't push shots on people because I don't want them to be, especially a girl. If I'm dating, if I'm trying to, oh, you know how many stuffs get ruined by a girl who's like she gets sick or something. You're like, oh, you know, and then you gotta heal tragedy. You gotta heal liability on there. You
Yeah,
know what I
you're
mean?
right. You're right. Well,
Then
it's
you're taking care of that one.
yeah, no, that's terrible. And that's what I'm saying. I got to a point in my life where I decided, yeah, I don't I'm okay if I never have another hangover. Like you know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah,
Like
but tequila, if you mix it with something like, let's say, I mean, if you drink a good tequila, which a lot of people is just, you know, they don't realize it should be like a wine or whatever. Like, get some good shit. You know what I mean? Get that chop
right.
shop. You're not gonna have a hangover from that shit.
I know, but I'm
It,
just saying
and you're not
I'm
supposed
more
to
of a
pound that.
right. I know I can control. I drink vodka and gin more, and I can
Those
handle
fucking
those
things
more.
can
And they're
fuck you up
clear.
more.
No, but they're clear. They don't have more as much sugar
There
in
is
them and
clear
all the stuff
tequila
that
too. There's
I
clear
know. But
tequila,
I know. I
silver.
get that. I'm just saying, like I don't. Those don't bother me as much.
Gin. I mean, I can't think of something more. I like gin, but imagine this.
I don't
Imagine
go
if
out
you.
and get hammered on gin.
I'm just saying that's why you're not afraid of it because imagine if
Yeah, you never.
imagine if shots of gin was the thing that people
Oh no, no, no,
do
no,
all the
no, no,
time, and they're
no.
like, yeah, Karyn Bryant, shots, gin shots. You have a couple of those, you'd be like, oh, I'm never drinking gin in my fucking again in my life.
Yeah, that's not a
You
drug.
understand?
That's not a.
So it's
Yeah.
just that tequila get a bad hap because people force it down your throat, 20 fucking shots or whatever, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's true. Well,
And they're not
people.
giving people who's forcing shots on you is not forcing shots of Patron and fucking Casamigos. They force it on you like a Jose Cuervo, you
Quack,
know?
quack, quack,
Yeah.
quack,
They're putting Jose
quack,
Cuervino.
quack, quack. Well, some people, Todd
Is
Watson
that you
gin is
making
not
fun of my
nasty.
act?
Todd Watson gin is not nasty.
Gin
Gin
is
is
an
good.
acquired taste. I like the herbal flavor, but a
Yeah,
lot of people don't like
there's a
that.
bar on Peak Go that we used to go to near after work at Fox sometimes, and they make their own gins, and they have all different kinds
How
of
they gonna
gins.
make their own fucking gin
I don't know, bro,
at
but
the
they do.
bar? That sounds like a hustle. Where they use a pickle jars and pickle their own
And like
fucking.
juniper trees and whatever.
Yeah, get out of here. They make their own gin.
Anyway, whatever the dude, they had good stuff. But
He's
yeah, no,
giving
I
you
like
he's giving you beef eater or whatever, and he's like,
I
oh yeah,
like
we make it that one.
I like gin. I just don't like I said, you don't go out and get like wasted on gin. You're not like
Yeah.
I'm going out to get wrecked
I
on
mean, I
gin
don't
today.
go out to get wasted anyway nowadays. You
Well,
know what I'm
that's what I'm
saying?
saying.
I,
Like I
I go
said,
out to get a buzz. I like to have a buzz, and I know when I've had it enough and when you need to freshen up the buzz.
and
But you
that's
gotta you gotta have a water in between, or you gotta get another drink that look like a mixed drink. I mean, this is if you're trying to go out and have a nice chimey. I'm not talking about you're going to a frat party or whatever maybe
yeah,
there's
no,
times when you're getting involved in getting fucked up, like it maybe New Year's or something, and maybe it's all about getting just fucked the fuck up for the sake of it. Maybe then you do that. But on a regular night, you're going out. I don't want to get just sloppy drunk, boy.
well, that's what I was gonna say is that I decided that like yeah, I don't ever really want to have another hangover because that feeling is just terrible.
Well,
I
of
don't
course
like
not.
it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And so yeah, I'm good at recognizing that point in the night where I'm like, yeah, the next drink will f me up. You know what I mean? Like, so we're good right here. Like, let's
yeah,
hold. I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna not hit this right now. You know what I
yeah.
mean? I'm gonna
And you
hold,
gotta listen to that when you're drunk because
dude,
drunk
because
people
you
don't
know
have
you.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
So
already don't have good judgment. So if your drunk self is telling you that, boy, you
yeah,
better listen to that
I'm
shit.
encouraging people exactly as we're getting ready for New Year's. I'm just encouraging people to please listen to that voice because like you actually do know like when you're about to go over the edge.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
you
mean,
know
I'm
what
not
fucks
saying
you up on New Year's? The thing that New Year's have is that champagne, and you get sucked into it because like you're gonna do one or two because they if you're at a party they pass the shit around the
yeah,
champagne,
of
and
course I
and
love
and
it.
then you obligated at that point you're obligated to take
Who
some of
doesn't
that.
like champagne though? Don't
Yeah,
be a
but I'm just saying that mixed with the other
champagne doesn't
fucking
get you
drinks.
drunk.
No, I'm saying to give you a hell of a fucking hangover. If you don't like hangovers, that's one of the
You
number
think?
one hangover drink. I
Yeah, I
don't
guess
think
there's a lot of
you you
sugar.
you could and also something about the bubbles and shit. That if you heat up on that, champagne is one of the number one hangover drinks that there is.
Gotcha. I
Yeah,
did not know that.
headache. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Well,
so that's
I
why
mean,
you
I guess
probably had
all
a
the
lot of
coke that
hangovers.
other people do along with it maybe cuts the headache.
Maybe, maybe. I haven't
Hey,
did
so
coke in the last time I did cocaine was I think either 20 I mean 20 no 2001 I think was the last time I touched or I was sniffy. Cocaine. Also cigarette. I think that was also the same time I
isn't
didn't
it
touch a
amazing
cigarette.
that people still smoke? I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody,
I
but
can't believe
I'm
it's been
amazed
so
that like
long.
when I see people, I'm like,
Yeah,
really? You smoke? Like, did
yeah.
you not get the memo? Like,
I
really?
know. I mean, it's hard. It's when you get addicted. I mean, I smoked for 10 years of my life.
Oh, really?
I
Really?
used to smoke a pack of Newport. Yeah.
Really? Oh, that's so
And I
ghetto.
was always athletic and stuff, and I
Were
was
they
fucking
menthol?
myself up.
You're so ghetto.
There's no other type of Newport to my knowledge. I never knew that there was another one. Yeah, menthol, poha. I could only bum cigarette off of black people, poha.
Did you go
Like
buy Lucy's down at the corner of Bodega?
when Chimes was chaff, hell yeah, I did. Yeah, if Chimes was chaff, yeah. That's a
Was
hard
Lucy's
one.
were they a quarter? How much were Lucy's?
Yeah, usually overpriced, but still,
Totally overpriced. Should
you
be like
had to
10 cents
because you're like,
or 15 cents or
like
something.
if you're addicted, you're like, I need my cigarette.
I know, but if
Yeah,
you could save the quarter and get it, remember they used to just be like 2.25 for a pack. Like I remember when the prices kept going
them
up because my
days is a
friend smoked,
long,
but they
long
kept going
gone.
up and up and up and up and
Yeah,
up.
but I used to smoke that once. Yeah,
Wow.
and
Oh my
when you get
gosh, that's
addicted,
not
of
good.
course, I didn't start it on menthol, but when you get addicted to when you start fucking with menthol, then you try to go back to a regular cigarette, you can't.
Why?
There's something about menthol that just give you like a hush, like a
I don't
it's
know.
I can't explain, but and at first you might think it's gross, but when you get used to it, then I got a way to equate this.
Let
Imagine
me
if
see
you
if on the
like,
comments too. Maybe somebody has a comment.
okay,
Go ahead.
imagine if you liked baked chicken wings, okay,
Okay.
and then one day somebody gave you a buffalo wings,
Mhm.
and then you was like, and you at first you're like, wow, that's kind of spicy, whatever.
Right.
Then you start to go, but I like it fucking, wow, I like it buffalo wing. And then you try to go back to a regular just baked chicken wing with that have like a salt and pepper or something like that. And you're
And
like,
you're like,
I can't do it. I need the hot sauce. I need the sauce. I need the zip or whatever. It's like it give you like a zip. It give you like an extra zing or something like that. I can't explain. Okay. Well, I just did explain for her.
you did. You
Uh,
literally just did.
yeah, better than anyone probably in the history of a cigarette. But anyway, so when I wanted to bum a cigarette after I was addicted to Newport,
Uh huh.
I could only like look for a black or Puerto Rican smoker, like because one almost 100% of the time it's a menthol.
Well, Audio Smith is saying cigarettes are my only vice. I can't seem to go without.
You
Like
know how
that's
hard it
I
was.
mean,
Okay,
and
so
I know
the
so
thing
many
is,
people are addicted to it.
is
And I'm definitely not trying to judge. I'm just saying, like, it
I
was
know
never a
from
thing I
experience.
got into, but I
Here's
know
how it
how hard
happened.
it is.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you how it happened. When I was a kid, I always thought, why people smoke? That's gross. I would never be a smoker. Ugh. And I hated the smell, whatever. And I remember I was about 15 and a friend of mine, we was all drinking 40s and getting
Mhm.
fucked up in high school or whatever. And a friend of mine was a smoker. He was one of the kids a Mexican kid, and he used to smoke. Why was he Mexican? He was some kind of Latino kid. And he used to smoke.
Mexican American. You guys
Yeah,
remember
I
that
can't
from?
remember now what the
You
fuck
guys
he was,
remember that
but
from? What is that?
what?
Cheech and Chong. Mexican American.
Yeah,
Remember
that
that?
that's a that's a Cheech and Chong. Um,
It's so good.
I remember we
Oh,
were sitting there fucked up at my friend's place, and he was smoking his cigarettes like he always did, and I just was so fucked up that I wanted what's something that can get me more fucked up. You know what I mean? If somebody had, God forbid, something worse, if somebody had a crack there, I would have probably tried. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what's gonna get me more? Because I wasn't thinking straight because I was fucked up. So I took one cigarette, and the first blast, when you're not used to the nicotine and stuff, it does give you kind of like a hush, like a high.
oh yeah.
So the fucked up thing is, after that, you never feel the same as you did the first cigarette, and you always trying to enhance and give that same feeling, and it
Uh
don't
huh.
take very long for it to take hold of you, and you want to smoke. You just you while you're trying to chase that kind of hush that you got, you're getting addicted, and then the addiction is so strong that you can tell it's gross and you shouldn't be smoking, but you get like anxiety when you don't have a cigarette. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
I disagree because I've
You
tried cigarettes.
disagree?
I'm not saying I've never tried them. I've tried a
Oh,
few cigarettes. I have smoked some cigarettes, and the times when I've mostly had them were most often when I was out in New York when I was younger
yeah,
and living the dream in the
sure.
90s in New York, and like out and like so I would, but only when I was totally effed up. And then,
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
said, it's like to take it to the next level because I knew
yeah.
I would get a high from the nicotine, and because I'm not a smoker, and so it would kick me up a level, but it always made my stomach sick, and I never really liked the
Okay,
nicotine. But
so
so
you're
I
lucky that happened. You're lucky. But here's my
why?
other question. No, you're lucky you didn't enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? You're lucky you didn't get fucking
Right.
addicted. Yeah.
Well,
So good. Why?
well, no, I was gonna say, so the other time though, when I had one, which was a very
Oh, you had it twice in your life?
no, I'm saying
What
I
do you mean
had
the
it a
other
couple
oh, the
times.
other occasion.
I had a couple times, but I'm saying one
Okay.
time when I had one that really was remarkable and was imprintable is because I was in Ireland and I was on the set of
Oh,
this
here we go again now. I was on the set of Far and Away, and me, it was me, Chami Cruz, Nicole Kidman, and we was drinking Guinness Stout and eating soda
I
bread.
was I was on the set of a TNT original films of Animal
Oh,
Farm. If
well,
people know and
the Head Shoe Diaries is more like a UFC one.
if yes, if people, it's old, it was a while ago, but anyway, it was really cool, and they had all the animatronic. They had live animals, but they also had like the animatronic animals from like the Henshin Creature Shop. So it was so effing cool. I've done a couple things
Ah.
with like Muppet stuff backstage, which blew
Wait,
my mind. It's like,
you did stuffs with Muppets and stuff?
oh yeah, it's the coolest thing ever. I've Oh my god, amazing. But anyway, my point was, anyway, I was in Ireland and we were on set and it was January and it was cold and it was raining, this spitting kind of rain, and you're all standing around in Ireland, which was beautiful and I absolutely loved it. But the people on the set, they were like, "Oh, you're standing around killing time," and they're like, "Hey, do you want a cigarette? You know, whatever." You're like, "Yeah, sure." So I take one and I thought I was gonna die because it was unfiltered,
Oh,
so
unfiltered.
effing
Yeah.
strong because it was Ireland. It was like, and it was
Yeah, that's
wide,
tough
right? It
stuff.
was like
That's not
thick,
for the faint of heart.
dude. It was thick and unfiltered, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like I thought I was gonna vomit. And so like, so I would never ever bum a cigarette from anybody in Europe ever again in my life. Like
Whoa.
ever,
Yeah,
I thought I was gonna die.
they like some heavy duty cigarette out there.
Heavy duty.
They like to hold their own and shit like that. Yeah. Um, but one of the other problem is if you have friends that smoke, which was my problem. Like probably 100% of my friends as a kid. In the beginning, 15, maybe it was a couple and that one kid. Then by the time we were 16, 17, everybody I knew smoked cigarette, and that's all we wanted to. We was always like in Stand By Me. Even those fucking kids is smoking cigarette.
Yeah.
Like we was just smoking whenever we was cutting class, whatever the fuck we was doing. We was smoking, smoking,
You
smoking.
smoked in high school?
That's what I was saying. I was 15. What did you think I was? You thought I was in grad school?
No, I guess I just wasn't. I just wasn't listening. I missed that part.
Of course, you wasn't listening. It's all about you. And if it didn't have to do with you going to getting swept away in in Ireland and the fucking um, you was trying to no, you was too busy trying to think. Wait, think. Where have I ever met? I fucked the Marlboro Man in 1983. Bring that story out.
No, I know. I was just actually thinking that when you started mentioning high school, I'm just thinking to myself that like I was such a goody two shoes.
Oh
Like
my
I
God,
I
no,
have like
I wasn't a goody
straight
two shoe.
A's, and I played like all varsity sports the whole time and got like
No,
all A's and like such a dork.
I played sports, but I didn't get all A. The only A's I got was when I would change the grade. You know how you change that one and you do a Xerox
No, I
copy of
didn't
that?
need to. I
Well, I
don't
did
know.
that.
I don't
I did
know.
that. I also was
What
the
could you change
guy.
it? What could you change it to an A though? An F?
Um, what could you change? No, I didn't. You couldn't change a A. You could change a
What can you
D
change a
into a.
C?
You could change a D into a B. You could change a C into
A
a
D
B.
into a B? I guess you could kind of, what, you just kind of hugged it and made it look like a blobby B,
Yeah, you
the
can
D.
because here's the beautiful part about it back then at least. If you this is terrible, but if you steal enough of the if you can get to your hip hop card before your parents or before your mommy, whatever you live with, eventually your parent is gonna go, how come you don't have how come I haven't seen a hip hop card for you? You go, I don't know. And then they keep requesting that they send it, and then they send another one. And then you take that one too, and you shit can that one. You go, get out of here, caralho. And then eventually, what they do is they go, I don't know what's going on here. Something fishy going on. So we're gonna send him today after school. He's getting sent home with a Xerox copy from the actual file of the transcript. You know what I'm saying? Like we're giving him
Right.
a copy from the one. So no, it is gonna come to your house tonight. And if he don't give it to you, it's because he's the culprit. Well, they didn't realize that since it was a Xerox cop, that one looked
And you
shitty
were
anyway. So you go to a place called the Kinko, or in Brazil it's called Kinkaus.
with
And I would
with
go
an
to
A, with an
Kinkau.
AO, I think, with an
Yeah, I
AO.
go to Kinkau, and then I will. They have you something called liquid paper, and you go like this. Oh, that's not. Oh, an F. I don't
And
think
then you
so.
just
B.
liquid paper, write a new one, and then Xerox it, and then
Well, you
bring
can
home
you
the new one.
fuck around with it. Yeah, you can use you can do all kind of stuffs there, and you go, that's more to my likings, porra. And then you.
But you know what? If you had spent half that ingenuity on actually studying your stuff,
Not really, because
maybe
that just
maybe you wouldn't have gotten a goddamn D
mm,
in the first place.
now now I was enjoying myself playing hooky and stuff like that. I was like a. Do you think that when you heed Charm Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, do you wish that they would just go to class and just do what they're supposed to and paint the fence and do every stuff, or you wish they would be Haskells and enjoy their life? So instead, I was out enjoying my life, stealing porno magazines from liquor stores and skateboarding around and smoking
How
natural
old were you when
marijuana.
you arrived in America from the favela?
Oh, how old was I? Well, I was I think I was a 19, something like that, So, but we're talking about Brazil back then,
Right.
and
Okay.
hence the
Yeah.
king cow and stuff like that.
I'm just saying.
So,
Yeah. I was just a goody two shoes, like loser, like I'm
well, you
not
wasn't a
loser.
loser. You probably
I had
had
friends and stuff like that.
you
It wasn't that I didn't have friends. I just never. I didn't have like any dates, or didn't
you
have any boyfriends. So I just had all the time to study.
you know what was probably the thing was also you probably had a parent or at least one parent who could keep an eyes on you.
Oh, both of them did. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. If I was going between two of the houses. Sometimes I was with
Oh yeah. No. Yeah. They
Mohila.
were married, lived at
Sometimes I
home,
was with
and yeah.
Bustamante. Sometimes I'm with my mommy. Sometimes I'm with my grandma. I'm going all over the place. And the one common denominator, these people gotta work a lot, and they don't got time to pay attention to what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah. You're right. I got you. I got you. I
And
got you.
so I'm instead of doing what I'm supposed to be doing, when the cat is away, the hat will play.
I
So
got you. No, I got you. That makes
I
sense.
wasn't policing myself. I was enjoying myself. You
I got
understand?
you. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
So that's what it was. Now, when I look back, if I could go back in China as myself now, I would be interested to read those books and learn that stuff. But I wasn't ready for that then.
I get you.
I
Yeah.
was That
Well.
wasn't the time for me to do that.
Okay. Yeah. I liked school a lot, and so
I
I
wish
have a
I did
daughter.
too.
I have a daughter now, and she it's funny to her because she knows that I like to help her with her homework, and so like she'll sit down when she has something creative writing and stuff like that. She sits down with me, and she knows that I'm like excited to help her because I really like school.
That's a
School is
luxury.
yeah,
That's a luxury. Not everybody have that. Lucky for your daughter. You understand?
yeah, no
I mean,
kidding.
also I had to learn to cook. That's why I can cook because I had to cook my own shit because people's maybe working too late or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you got to learn to
Hmm.
cook. It's not a tragedy or whatever, but certain people, you get good at the stuffs that you get good at based on the stuffs that your parents can do or not do,
No,
whatever.
you're right. And I'm looking at these comments, and some people are saying that grades are useless. And yes, it's not about the grades. I'm not still walking around talking about my SAT scores. I'm just saying I was a
No,
good
you're talking
student,
about your
and
your, your high
and
school
I like
transcripts. It's even
and I like
worse.
and
I'm
I
kidding. I'm
know we
kidding.
were having a
I'm
conversation about
kidding. I'm
ourselves as
playing. I'm
P's.
joking
I'm
with
just
you,
saying
Paul.
I'm just saying I liked school. I was a
And I think
person
that's
who
good. I'm telling you, you was more advanced. I was more
oh for
concerned with
sure.
other bullshit. I wasn't ready for that. But now I
Ryan,
read books for pleasure. I read shit like Moby Dick. You know what I'm saying? Like shit
yes,
that I was supposed to read.
it's good.
Now I enjoy that. I read books
Call me
now
Ishmael.
because I'm curious. But back
Right.
then, I was like something in a bottle needed to. I couldn't sit still in fucking class. It was like I need to do something. You know what I'm saying? I needed to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, and I think
I would
class
play
was
hooky. That was my main thing. Hooky. I would just go. I would just not go to school.
yeah,
I
and
go
I
to
think
home and then leave. So you get
oh,
marks so they don't call you. You go to home, then
oh,
because if you don't show up to home, they're gonna call your parents. So if you go to home, they you at least have to do that. They mark you there, and then you get the fuck out of there.
home.
Yeah, and then you
Oh
enjoy
yeah,
you fucking self.
you go to home. Okay,
Yeah.
so Oh my God, what was I just gonna say?
Something off a comment somebody had.
Yeah, it was about a comment.
You were like, oh,
Well, Sean is saying we should get a PayPal so people can donate and support us. Yeah,
oh,
maybe we should
I
start
think
this
that's
on a
an excellent
Patreon or
idea for her.
something, or I don't know.
Why you
Um,
don't Venmo me some? Give to me
homo
like what's that preacher that looked like a fucking he looked like a character from like Full House or something? Who's that
preacher.
preacher that's full of shit? The one who's like in
Oh, oh,
Houston?
oh, oh. Joel Osteen.
Yeah, just like that guy. I'm sure he have you can donate to him if you want like 10% your income or whatever. You
You're
can
gonna
why
tithe
not
us,
this one? Yeah, you
tithe
can
us,
chive that one. You can chive and and you're gonna be
tithe me up,
close to
tithe me
my
up, tithe
God.
me down,
Eh, eh,
tithe me up, tithe me
not
down.
too shabby.
No, what was I gonna? I was just gonna ask you something else, Renato.
Something about school, doing your homework, cheating.
Whatever.
Oh,
It's
you
not
know what else I used to do that was naughty in school?
what the
First of
teacher.
all, I came to school. If you think smoking cigarette head is bad, did I fuck the teacher? Is that what you
You
asked?
missed that one.
I wish I could have fucked some of the teach. I jerked off to some of that once. Um,
How good is Van Halen's "Hot for Teacher"? By the way, how
uh,
good is that song? How good is that
but also
song?
the video, the fucking
God damn
video.
it, Van Halen is
That, but first
freaking
of all, yes,
awesome.
yes about Van Halen, but the fucking chick that was in the video for Hot for Teach. Oh God, are you? And yes, I had those kind of fantasy. Um, but I used to came. I would be a bad boy. We would go into lunchtime and smoking natural marijuana cigarette. Yeah, and then I go to school to class, and then I was like, I could handle it sometime, but I remember one time because I hated chemistry, and I remember being in chemistry class, and I already couldn't understand chemistry class. You know the conversions and all that bullshit because I
Yeah,
was
it
just
was
bad.
so cool.
I was bad at math. I like what because I thought chemistry was gonna be like, hey, we're gonna pour vinegar and baking soda like Mr. Wizard shit, you know?
Yeah,
It was none of that. It
it
was like,
was.
hey, let's do long math problems and shit like that. So I was like, oh fuck. And I remember being too high in one of those class, and I was like, oh god, I can't check this. I don't know what the fuck's going on in here right now. And so I remember going like this. I was like, think fast, porra. So I was just like, oh, and I started just kind of like getting like fidgety or whatever, like I'm feeling sick. And then I was like, Carayo, I feel like I'm getting nauseous. I feel like I feel like I'm gonna throw up for something. I don't know if I ate something, but I can I be excused to go to and then I go to hunt to the bathroom and then, you know, give you some time, put some water in my forehead or stuff like that, and come back and go, something's not. I think I got food poison, something like that. So I go to go home, and instead I go to the park, and I take off my shirt and I lay into it on the grass like that. Oh, caralho, and spend the rest of the day sunning myself while all those other squares was in class. Porra, oh, caralho.
Speaking of which, I forgot to hit the ladies' room during the crossover
Well,
between
you should have.
Instagram.
I
I
took a
was
piss
posting
over.
the videos and stuff, and right now I'm thinking here I might need you to entertain the
Go
troops for a
ahead.
minute.
Go do it now,
But
quick.
hold on, because yeah, people are. I
Well, you're
do
not
want
gonna
to know.
take a dump.
Oh my
I'm
god,
kidding. I'm kidding, Karai.
butterflies come out of my booty. You know.
That's even worse. That's a horror. That's like a horror movie. Imagine them fighting to get out, and then you hear that music that's like like ding, 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 ding. Like when spiders is
No,
like
no,
ding,
no.
ding, 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 ding,
Butterflies
ding.
don't come out. Only pupa.
Huh, huh,
Oh,
huh.
no, no pupa. I'll
Oh,
be
that's the worst. Just take a
no pupa.
natural
I'll be right back.
organic
I'll be
dump.
right back. I don't
How
entertain
about
me.
people? What the fuck is going on? How come she's he pressed? Let me see the comments. How do you get the comments on here? Because I can't hit any. I got this on my phone. She do it on her computer. What is it? The chat. I hesitate. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah. She's he pressed because she needs to let her head down. She needs to know that it's okay for a woman to take a dump for her. I mean, not I don't want to smell that one or get involved in that one, but it's like it's not unladylike if she's if she's have to go to the bathroom. I have a female dog. That doggy take a shit like twice a day at least. She's take a shit. She gotta take a shit, and it is what it is, Paul. Um, you don't have to pretend that women shit ice cream or whatever. Just as long as I don't smell that. And I am not a bad wingman, unless well for women I'd be a good wingman. Um, are you eating? What are you eating, Sunfire? Ishan Sunfire. What a name, boy. Is that your name? Is that your real name, or that's like your superhero name, or are you like Native America, Native American, boy? Um, what am I listening to these days? I mean, these days in the Houston chime, I was listening to Christmas music, and the fucking I couldn't. I had to make myself stop singing that fucking stupid Christmas song today. Well, I kept going. A turkey and some mistletoe, and only that part, not even the rest of that one. I'll just say it over and over again. I go a turk and some mistletoe, and say it all different ways that you can say that one. So
Uh,
I was just on that shit. You're back
I'm I'm
now.
back.
Let me ask you a question. Can you see me?
Of course.
Okay, I don't know because I can't see anything but the comments now because I'm on the comments because I'm on my phone. But this is not bad. I don't need to stare at myself. I can just
I can
look at the comments.
I'm seeing both of us, and then over to the right of the screen is the comments.
Okay, shook once. I don't have that because I'm on my phone. But you can't be on your phone because you have like one of those old Blueberry or Blackberry or whatever the flip phone that you use. Because whenever you text me, I get that disappointing green one.
I'm on a Samsung S21. I'm on a BlackBerry, although I loved my BlackBerry.
You're on a
I was
two-way pager.
I'm,
Um,
I'm on a
every time
Nextel. I'm on a Nextel.
you know what's depressing? Whenever I send you like a YouTube, instead of seeing the nice picture of the thing of what's on there, it just have a generic thing that says like YouTube.
Wait,
So
what? Say
sad.
that again?
Okay, so if I send to you from my phone like a link, if I send you a link that's a YouTube video,
Uh-huh.
this generic fucking little rectangle say like my shit that I sent you just says like YouTube. Like it's the store
Right.
brand, like just generic. But if
Right.
I send to somebody with a beautiful, luscious iPhone, I get you get
Here we go.
like you
Here we
get
go.
all the like what it look like, and you can even press play from right there. But with you
Gotcha.
stuff, so I'm like, well, I guess I get she's getting it. I don't know, fuck.
Gotcha. So you being the sheep, one of the masses, me being an outlier, I'm the loser. Being
You
on a
said that I'm a
Samsung.
chic.
Um, all
I'm the
my
chic. I like the
Android
iron
people
chic.
stand up in the comments. Android stand up. No, I like my
They can't
Samsung.
even hear you, the Android people, because they like that shit is like that shit is in black and white.
Dude, I like the phone. I will say way back when I don't really. Here's the thing. I don't love tech stuff. Like tech stuff, I just want stuff to work. I don't
You
want
know
to
what
have
you
to work
remind me
hard
of?
to make it work. What?
You remind me of the kind of weirdo that like they're like, no, I don't like
Thank you for that.
PS5 or whatever. I prefer playing on my PC or whatever. You're like, why? So you could use a fucking keyboard or
No,
whatever.
I wanted a PS5. Believe me, I just couldn't
But I'm
get
just
one.
saying, it sounds like that when, or it sounds like Betamax.
No, no,
Like
no,
you
no,
know
no.
what? I could have got a VHS, but a
I'm
VCR.
not. I'm not saying I don't like technology. Like I like technology. I'm just saying I like technology. I just want to like get the new thing and then just like have it work. Like you know what I mean? I don't want to have to like set it up and do the BS, like all the tech and the connecting and like all the
Well, the real
actual
reason
technical
why I
stuff. I
always
just
get an
don't like
iPhone,
that.
I always get an iPhones because I'm not a big computer dork or whatever, so I don't know shit about computers. So the easiest computer to learn if you don't know shit about computers is the fucking Mac. It's
Which is
for
what I have.
dummies. It's for idiots.
That's
So,
why I can edit our videos because it's for
however,
dummies.
however, I had a Mac before I ever had before a smartphone ever came out. So when it was time to get a smartphone, which one I'm gonna get? The one that's compatible in every
No,
fucking way
you're
with
right.
my
Of course,
computer,
of course, of
or
course.
one that
I get it. I
fucking I
get it.
have
I
to
get it.
go jump through hoops and shit about it.
Yeah, I guess I didn't
So
make the
it don't
choice
make sense.
myself at the beginning. You're right. You're right, Renato. God
But
damn
do
it.
what you want, Porha. You
You're
know what?
right.
You
No,
like to
you're
do
right.
everything
I'm
in your
saying
life more difficult.
at the beginning when I got off of my BlackBerry, which God damn it, you had to pry that thing out of my hands because I had it. I got it
It
when I
sounds
worked
like
at
it.
CNN, and
I
I did not want to give it back. Like
You
I
had
loved
big
my
BlackBerry energy.
yeah, no, I loved it, and the tick, 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 and like the little sound of and the feel of the little
No.
buttons. Like I loved my BlackBerry, and so
Did
that
you
was
had a
my thing.
two-way pager?
At
A
CNN, no, I
two-way?
didn't have a pager, but so I wasn't the one who chose the Android, over the
Oh,
iPhone.
oh, the company
But
did it for you.
so like once I got in that loop, I just was in it. You know what I mean? So I'm just
Oh,
saying,
I see. I see.
you know what I'm saying? So like
You had
now
Stockholm syndrome.
I'm just saying now I know how to use an Android and to like if I switched over to an iPhone, I'd have to learn a whole new thing. And then all the crap I have, like I wouldn't be able to swap it over to a different system. And I'm on Macs for this stuff. That's why I'm able to edit all our things because they are made for absolute idiots like me in terms of tech.
Listen, I don't care. You can have
I'm not
whatever
an
you want.
idiot in a lot of
You,
ways, but in terms of tech, I'm not smart because I just want the
yeah,
dumbest thing. I want the easiest thing.
yeah. Because I'm not an enthusiast. I'm not a computer enthusiast.
Right,
I
because I
use it
want to
for
spend the least time on it.
Yeah. I use it for basically. Well, now my phone is take place of the fucking computer anyway. Because I
Yep.
all I did was look at videos or pornos or listen to music on it.
It is. Somebody said Cokeberry. That is what the thing was like. It was a crackberry or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
people used to call that. Yeah,
speaking of which, Hanato, I'm curious, and I'm
yeah.
curious for our people, our viewers. Have you seen the movie Don't Look Up? It is
Not
on
yet, but it's on my list. I want to
it,
see that one.
it's on Netflix. Yeah, I'm curious if people have seen it. I watched it last night. I did enjoy it. I must say, I am a bit of a mark in that I generally am predisposed to enjoying Leonardo DiCaprio movies.
Well, who
Because
doesn't? Who here doesn't like a
well,
Leonardo
when
DiCaprio?
I was a VJ at MTV, Hanato.
Wait, you? Oh yeah, you're VJ. Some people call it a VJ, the vagina.
Oh no, I have a VJ, but when I was a
Hmm.
VJ at
Oh
MTV,
yeah,
uh, he, he used to come by the studio a lot because
Leonardo DiCaprio alert, story alert.
he and Mark Wahlberg were friends because of the Basketball Diaries. And if you remember the movie, The Basketball Diaries,
I
by
remember one
Jim
of my
Jordan,
favorite book too.
Jim Jordan,
Jim Carroll.
Jim Carroll, right? People who
Yeah.
died. Those are people who died, right? All the people who
Interesting,
died.
interesting. That
No,
that
Jim Carrey.
that that book. He's got two book. One is the Basketball Diary, and one is called Forced Entries, and that is his experience as a junkie in
I was just gonna.
that whole art scene in as an adult in downtown New York in the early '80s and shit. Yeah.
Well, that's what I was gonna say because I know it's all about heroin and stuff like that. Because I also equate it to like Bukowski and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
It's
But
great. It's great because it's a diary, too.
right,
Especially the one where he's a kid. That one's
right.
dark. The second one is heel dark. The one where he's a kid is like it's like
Basketball Diaries
watching
is great.
it's like watching like a movie like It's like a cross between something like a Scorsese movie like Taxi Driver or Mean Streets
Mhm.
and Huckleberry. If it was Huckleberry Finn, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like this kid in New York in the like late '60s and '70s and shit, doing all kinds of crazy shit and having his first sexual experience and doing sniffing
What?
glue and jumping into the Hudson River and stuff like that.
How old were
It's a
you
when I had that book.
when you had your first?
Well, we already talked about this. We know about that.
Oh, you were like 12, right?
Well, I was younger than that when I remember I was trying to fuck that fat chubby Puerto Rican girl,
Oh,
and
right,
we was both like 10 years old, boy. Huh?
right,
But
right, right, right.
yeah,
Sorry, I'm
so
yeah. No,
I
but
stuck
people
it in
were
there, but
saying
we didn't like had there wasn't any violins playing, and we didn't smoke the cigarette afterwards. Like it was like, is it in? Yeah, okay, part of it is in there.
I get
Okay,
it.
I guess. I could tell my friends I fucked
I
somebody.
did it. I did it right. It looks
But
like we have
so
a lot of DiCaprio fans here. I was gonna say.
I don't know anybody that don't like
Yeah, no,
Leonardo.
okay. So a lot of people were saying that. Well, some people are saying that they thought the movie was a little weird. Don't look
The
up.
movie is
I didn't think.
when you
I
see
didn't
the
think it was
movie
weird. Obviously, it's an allegory for the whole thing about the pandemic. Is all.
after.
It's
Oh, I thought you were saying the Basketball Diaries was an allegory for the
I'm talking about
pandemic. I
Don't
go,
Look
how'd
Up.
they
I'm talking
pull
about
that
Don't
off?
Look Up.
Oh,
Don't Look
oh
Up.
yeah.
No. Look at if you're. It's a very obvious message movie. Like I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
like there's no secret about what they're equating it
Yeah,
to
well,
and
you
what they're
can
trying
talk
to say.
about you can tell that from the trailer.
Exactly. I'm just saying I like the people in it, and like the
Yeah.
funny thing is like so Kate Blanchett is in it and I do like her, but she plays, like a TV like talk show host. And so it's
Hmm.
funny to me because the talk show, and it's also her, and it's what's his face? Tyler Perry is her co-host on it.
I'm
And
not a
so
big huge Tyler Perry guy.
I go either way on him. I whatever. There's things I like about him and then there's things I don't.
What are the
Um
things you like about him?
I like that he is giving jobs to people who don't get
Oh,
leads in
okay. Oh,
movies.
I'm talking about as an actor or whatever.
Oh, okay. No, I'm talking about like the opportunities that he
Oh,
gives
okay.
people.
Okay. Anyway, I'm not
The
gonna bash Tyler Perry. I just okay.
Yeah,
Go
no,
ahead.
that kind of
Keep
stuff
on. Never mind.
is great. And but I'm just saying, like the movies he makes are not necessarily movies I go run to see. I'm
Yeah.
just saying I
You
appreciate
mean
the
you
fact
don't like Medea's Christmas?
that he's making them and giving people opportunity and voice, and he's presenting things that a
That's
lot
like
of
what I'm doing for
other
you. I'm
decision
giving you an
makers in Hollywood
opportunity.
won't make. So I
I'm
applaud
giving
him.
you opportunities, just like Tyler Perry.
I think, yeah, okay.
The
Well,
thanks that I get for her.
I think I called you to see if you wanted to do
Anyway,
this. But anyway,
true,
what
you came to me for her, so you
what
can't say shit. Oh,
what was
speaking
I
of
thinking?
shit, just as I said that, it was like so. Every once in a while, most 99% of the time, I never smell these cat that I have. You forget they're even there sometimes, you know. Every once in a while, one of them, for whatever fucking reason, maybe they want my attention, just doesn't cover the church. And something about a fresh cat shit is cut like a knife. Right now, it's
Are is your nose burning?
like it singed my nose hairs, and it's. Ugh. And I know when I go over there and I look at it, it's just gonna be a chart in the sand. The sand, like sands through the hourglass
Look at
for her.
you going.
Yeah, like it charts through the hourglass.
These
Oh,
are the turds of Renato's life.
this is the church of my life. This is the church that is my life. Fuck. Hold on, I'm gonna cover
This
that one. I
is
can't.
such
I gotta go. Hold on. I'll be right back. Now you entertain that one.
this is such quality programming. Oh my god. Oh my god. Listen, folks, this has
Get
degenerated
out of
into
there.
I don't even like no I don't even know what this is. But it's fun. But earlier, if you weren't with us over on Instagram, Dana White actually popped in, which was really, really cool. So he popped in and spent a few minutes with us. He was like, "What the heck are you guys doing?" This whole show, which was quite funny. And so we were just sort of talking with him for a couple minutes. But yeah, so that is on Instagram, and it's on my Instagram page if you just look at me over there on KB Heat. But we do this every Tuesday night. Tuesday Night Fistivities. This is episode 17. So we do a whole thing on Instagram for about an hour, and then we come over here on IG. I mean, oh my God. We do the thing on IG, and then we come over here on YouTube. And very clearly, you're here right now on YouTube. But for some of you who maybe didn't know that there was something else that went on the other app, we do something else. But yeah, Dana was on vacation, right? Exactly, in Jackson Hole or whatever. Listen, I know, listen to Nato. I'm hearing him too. Talking to his kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, it's funny. Oh, Jesus M or Jesus M, you don't have Instagram. That's cool, whatever. So I do this here on YouTube, the after party. But then I end up uploading the whatever we do over on Instagram. I end up uploading it here on YouTube as well anyway. So I just usually do that the next day. I get that out usually the next day, sort of by sort of mid afternoon. And it is, just like I said, about an hour interview with people. So last week was Dean Thomas, which is really cool. But we've had, was that him peeing?
Ugh.
Did you just pee?
Oh yeah.
I think we
Oh, you
were.
could hear from the headphone.
I think so.
Yeah, I
Um,
figured I figured I might as well check a quick piss while I'm at it.
which reminds
Since
me,
I'm out anyway. But
yeah,
yeah, I took care of that straight shirt. I covered it up like like with sand or whatever they call that one. Um,
at
it's
MTV
like
they used to
when
have a
someone's
they had a
dead.
recording of people.
Like when it's out, when it's dead, like a dead person, and you have to close the eyes. It's like they do that. It's like a burial. I had to
You laid
bury
the
that
turd to
shirt.
rest.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
didn't you
I
scoop it
didn't.
out and flush it?
Oh no, no. That's
Why?
more aggressive, huh?
Why wouldn't you do that?
Scoop it out and flush it in the toilet?
Isn't that what you do with cat turd?
No. You throw that
Like,
shit in you take it out in the fucking garbage, you throw it outside.
you don't flush it?
No, you don't flush a chard. I mean, are you really don't take a shit, huh? It's only for humans. Cats don't go to the toilet. That's only for a human being. Um. Anyway, were you guys
Well,
all excited to hear me take a piss?
I
It
can't believe
wasn't.
you did that. I was just saying at MTV we used to have they had a tape of that, like of famous people peeing because they would be mic'd and they would go to the
I mean,
bathroom.
if you get off on listening to me pee,
Dude, but that was kind of weird. It felt really overly
well, first of
personal, if
all,
I'm honest. It was
fir-
very personal. It felt very personal.
okay, so
And why?
first of all,
And you didn't flush, which I can respect because here in LA we have a drought usually, and thank God we've gotten some
yeah,
rain.
no, I always get like, if I have company over, I'm gonna flush every time the pee pee. But if I if I'm just here by myself, I get 2 or 3 pee out of that. I'm not gonna waste water for no reason.
100%.
Uh, but what was I gonna say? But it wasn't even a long one. It was just a little, like, chopping it off. Like
Oh,
let me
we
to
know.
just, yeah, let me just get rid of that so I don't get uncomfortable.
You
While
went,
I'm
and
there.
then there was a little bit of an afterthought, like an epilogue. Remember on
Hmm.
Streets of San Francisco how there was the epilogue,
Yeah, of
and that was
course.
what you had. Like you peed, there was like a tick 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 tick
Yeah,
tick tick, and then there was like a 1,000, 2,000, and another thing,
yeah, because I was like,
and then peace out.
you don't want to let that one into the pants, into your trousers, you know. But I killed 2 birds with one stone. I
It
got
just
rid of
felt
the
so
churd.
personal, and it's like way
Look,
too personal,
you
bro.
got to get over
Way
that.
too
It's just a
personal.
piss. It's just a fucking piss. You know. It is what it is, for her. If you can't check that, it's just a piss. Everybody's pissed. All it was what you've been seeing the whole time. Look, you're seeing this, and then it's the same stuff, just without some of the nutrient. Just pee
Yeah.
pee.
Okay. Let me see if there's
Now it
anything.
would have been something if I like laid a fart, like you know how like sometimes you set it off, like it's like you hear the pee and then it goes like
Set it
brap.
off on the left.
Yeah, you have
No.
to set it off, boy.
Set it off on the right. Remember that song? Set it
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Set
Come
it
on,
off.
yeah, set it.
I
So
have
that's why you
on
guys went
the
quiet.
left, y'all.
So I didn't
On the
realize.
right.
I didn't realize that this is also my microphone.
On the left. No.
You understand?
Set it off on the left. No. Set it off on the right. Oh my
You
God. What
get
a song.
listen to you. You get so excited from hearing me take a piss. Look at how energized you get. You
No,
kinky like.
I was excited about the song. Oh my God.
Oh, okay. I thought that gave you all that power, that energy. Yeah, I love that
No,
song. That's on my workout mix, porra.
is it? You work
I swear
out?
to God, because it takes a minute to kick in. You know, like it starts
Oh
off with the elements,
no, yo,
but
right. And then
before
you're
that even start, you get like a couple instrument come in, and then that fucking whistle started go,
yeah.
you know, like
I
and
think it's on
then
mine.
yeah, that shit is good.
Yeah, no, I think that's on
Strafe.
one of I think that's on my jump rope mix too.
Yeah, there's a couple ones like that give you that old grimy feeling.
That old time feeling. Yeah, okay. Hey, so a couple of things I wanted to ask you. Hanato, I don't know, obviously, you were young when you were in the favela, and then you came to America and you were outside in New York and stuff, or sorry, in New York, but
What
not
is
right
this?
in
This is your
Manhattan.
life? What were we going through my whole
No,
resume?
no, 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 no. It's just a
Okay,
long way around to ask a question of
please do.
have you had like a best or worst New Year's Eve ever? We are hours away from the turn of the year, and I'm curious if you have any stories or any fond memories or
I
horror
mean,
stories
some
of
of the
New
best
Year's.
one I've had most. Let me just preface this with saying that most New Year's Eve is a fucking dud. It's a fireworks that don't go off or whatever. You know, I mean, for me, it's a bunch of expectation for something that's like, you know what I mean? Like you when you're younger, you expect New Year's Eve to be like this. It's got to be special, you know. It's a New Year's Eve, you know. Um, and I guess for a young man, what that means is we're gonna get laid, porra. You know what I mean? Like or at least you're gonna, do some stuff. So for a guy, it's like if you go out on New Year's and nothing happened like that, you're like, fucking New Year's Eve. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just drunk for nothing. Um, but some of the best New Year's Eve that I had was when like maybe I met a nice young lady and we was kissing and fucking around
Just
and
like at a
whatever.
party or something that you went to?
Yeah, like at a party, but it's great because like, it's really like you didn't know the girl. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's always like it's someone new and like
Yeah,
you
you just met him
the
that night and then you end up making out. That's the
and
greatest thing on the
because
planet.
and yeah and because the New Year's is like you kind of fast forward a little bit of the
Right.
bullshit, and
Love
then
it.
there's been a couple where some more than just some kissings has happened, which that's very nice,
Okay,
for
Hanato.
myself. But then sometimes even just some making out or whatever. Um, those have been my most memorable fun one. There's been a lot of shitty one where it just didn't, it was just kind of like it went
Where
out with a fucking
you're chasing a good time
yeah,
the whole
it
night.
went out with a whimper or whatever, and you're like, fucking New Year's Eve. And then there's a couple that come to mind that was almost a disaster. Like I remember now this was with one of my brother, uh, my brother Victor, my older brother, and we was
I
at
always like
this
that
like
name.
Victor. Vic, yeah, he my favorite brother, and he was we was at some party. It was like it was some kind of it was multi-level. It was like at a
At
I,
Mars?
no, it wasn't Mars. I don't even
You
remember what
remember Mars?
I don't remember Mars. I remember that name.
In New
I don't
York?
think I even
Mars
I don't
was
I don't know that I ever went to Mars. I went to a lot of the
uh
whatever's the big
I
clubs at
did.
that time.
I did.
The fucking the channel, the
Yeah,
limelight,
you
the
go to
fucking
Limelight.
yeah. I mean, I went to any. It's funny that I can't think of Mars, but that's not hanging a bell.
Dude,
The
it was on
Webster,
like 10th
remember Webster
Avenue.
Hall? Yeah,
Yeah, of course Webster Hall, but
yeah.
Mars was on like kind of where the meatpacking industry is over
And
there.
maybe I went there, but I just don't even fucking remember.
I
There was all kind of Nels. You
woo,
remember
yeah, and
Nels?
it had multi levels and
But in any case,
yeah, I
but
had
this
fun.
was less of
God
a.
damn it, I
This
gotta
was
get
like
back to New York.
more. It was
Sorry.
like a cross between a house party because it was like in a residential building, but there was this place, and I don't know how they was able to they did parties,
I'm going to New York. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
and it was very lofty, but it was also people live in some of the fucking things, so it's like it had a feel of a house party even though
Huh?
it wasn't. And then me and my brother was heel fucked up, and and we almost it almost got fucked up so many times because just getting into the Hong place, Hong Chime, like there was a we was smoking weed. We met these older black gentlemen, you know, and they was kind of street dudes, but they was like OGs type, you know.
Mhm.
And I don't know, they didn't like seem they didn't fit like what the rest of the people was in the fucking party, you know. And they was in the stairwell, and they was smoking weed, you know, and we didn't have any weed, you know, we was just drunk and we wanted some weed and we was like, hey, you know, we started talking to them and then they was, you know, they offered us some, and then we were smoking that shit, and then we realized we're like, oh, this is wow, this is some heel shit. What's damn, what's in this? And so I guess that it was coke joints, you know, there was coke in there, you know.
Oh,
And then so we was really fucked up. We was like, oh shit. And then for some reason, and we was heel fucked up. And for some reason, my brother was very funny, you know, like just a really funny guy and like to fuck with people and stuff. And he was like, oh, okay, you put it coke in there. He's like, okay, police or whatever. And he said, and he made like he was like arresting the guy, you know, just joke fucking with these guys. And then the fucking one of the older black gentlemen pulled out a fucking gun, like a gun, you know, and the fucking gun though, it wasn't like an intimidating, like any gun is intimidating, but this gun looked like that kind of gun like a woman wear in the old west, like in her on her like garter,
just
you
like
know,
a little, like
like
a
like a
little.
Derringer or some shit, you know, like a
Yeah, and
22,
I keep it in my garter.
you know, like one of those things. And for some reason, now you're supposed to, and any other time I would have been like terrified, you know. But we were so fucked up, and also on top of it, the coke joint or whatever, that me and my brother just started laughing hysterically at the fucking gun because it was almost like he went like, "Hey," you know, like, and he said something like, he was like, "You don't know who the fuck you talking to," some kind of shit like that, you know,
Yeah,
and then it wasn't until later that we realized, God damn, that wasn't that's
right.
scary. What happened? You know,
Yeah,
and we thought about it. We were like, oh shit. But we just pieced out of that situation. They wasn't too happy with us, and I don't know why he did that. He shouldn't have fuck around with people you don't know.
it's not
But
good.
then in that same party situation after that, I ended up making out with some like older white chick. You know, like I was probably at the time I'm probably 20, you know, and this chick was probably 36 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
40, whatever the fuck she was. And I was like, you know, we was making out and getting, you know, doing some stuff. Maybe I was maybe, you know, finger banging her or whatever, some stuffs like that. You're familiar with that. And then it turned out she was there with like her date who was like an African guy, and then he started screaming at us from up above, like you could see the stairwell, like you can see the other floors. You know what I'm saying? You can see like people who if you stick your head in the middle, you can see, you know, up there. You
Uh-huh.
understand the people who's on the other. And he was like yelling, "You fucking bitch, blah blah blah," and then he started hunting down, and then me and my brother just said we just hightailed it out of there because I didn't know that was his girlfriend or whatever, you know. So we just
Right.
said fuck it. So I dodged a bullet. It was more hijinks than anything, but we did get a gun pulled on us. We smoked the cocaine. We, you know, so in a way it was fun, but in a way it was almost a disaster, you know. And the girl that I was most certainly about to get some pussy off of, that got ruined. But I figured that's her, you know, the guy's chick. So I'm out, you know. And I was young, you know,
Right.
19, whatever, you know. Um, so that was one that was now that I look back on it, it do seem kind of fun. So that can't be in my bad one. The other
Yeah,
one
because
I was
I
gonna bring up is somebody tried to a friend of mine's uncle who's like an old gay guy, an old queen or whatever. Uh, on one of the ones after, like I didn't get any pussy that night on a different New Year later in life. I was probably in my 20s at this time, and and he was the one who stayed sober, you know, to be able to
yes.
drop everybody off, and he was older than us, you know, much older. And then the whole night I had been joking with him because this guy is a funny guy, you know. We
Mhm.
we all got along with this guy, and he was just comedy. Like you know how we was talking about like whoever we was talking about the other day, Charles Nelson Hiley and shit like that.
Yeah.
He would go off on that kind of stuff, and he kept on saying something like he kept on going, "Oh my God, this is bananas!" You know, this party's bananas, and saying that shit. So I started imitating him, and me and him couldn't stop saying that shit. It was just joking around, like, "Oh my God, it's bananas!" All that kind of shit.
Right.
Just fun. It was just funny to me, but it must have sent the hung message, you know. So we was all getting drive back, and at a certain point, it worked out, I guess, that oh, I'm gonna be the last stop or whatever, you know, of the people
Right.
who's dropping off. And then, you know, I was like, okay, my brother, I'm not gonna say any names or whatever. I was like, yeah, well,
Mhm.
and he was like, okay. And then, long story short, he's basically trying to cajole me into letting him give me a blowjob, you know. You understand? And so the reason why it sucked so bad, or it didn't suck, or it sucked for me, is that no, he didn't end up giving me a fucking blowjob. But the reason that it sucks so bad is like that night, for whatever reason, I mean, you know, there was a lot of women at the fucking thing. Sometimes it's just not your night. You know what I mean? It's just not your night. For whatever reason, just didn't work out. And then I'm thinking to myself, I just felt like, God, are you? Like, there's somebody on New Year's Eve who wanna suck my dick, and it's just the hung. I'm like, this guy is desperate to suck. Like, he's doing everything but going, please let me to do this. You understand? And trying to explain to me that it wouldn't be gay, and I wouldn't, and he wouldn't tell nobody and all this stuff. And I said, and here's the fucked up thing. Normally, if it was someone I don't know, obviously I go, shut the fuck up, you know, get away, whatever. Like,
Right.
I told you already. The fucked up thing that made it very uncomfortable is that I like this guy, and he's somebody's uncle. You know what I'm saying? Like he's somebody that's a good friend of my uncle. You know, so I'm gonna probably hunt into this guy again in
Mhm.
mixed company or whatever. I always got along with the fucking guy. I'm trying my best because I can tell that like he's just wants so bad, you know, and I can't blame that one. He want to chase that one. Uh, so I'm trying my hardest not to
What
make
the
him feel
hell
like a piece
story
of
is
shit,
this? Oh my
not to
God.
make him feel like a piece of shit,
Oh,
but
I've never
or not
seen
to feel
story.
like get away from me, but also
Uh-huh.
for me to be like you ain't gonna this ain't happening, okay? So I
You,
remember that was kind of a miserable one because I was drunk, and like I finally was like, okay, hey, my brother, have a good new year, you know, like you have to cut, you know, eventually. But then I get home and I'm like, eh, you know, it's like the fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm fucking music come on, like
right, right,
where you're like,
right,
how the fuck this happened, you know?
right,
You know,
right,
it's
right.
sometimes like with the fighter, you know, so it ain't your night,
Well,
kid.
somebody just said, oh, it was hard to watch with Dana when he was on with us on Instagram. Why was it hard to watch?
Oh, whatever. Maybe because he was not uh maybe he was just relaxed and chill. He wasn't performing or whatever.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, were we supposed to be
Whatever.
like
Don't worry
performance
about that.
monkeys? Like,
Don't worry about that. It's okay. That was just their opinion. It's okay. They
no,
don't
I'm
care.
just saying. But like, you know what I mean? It's like, are we supposed to like all of a sudden, yeah, be like dancing monkeys? Like, what are you?
Well, ask them. Ask them. Maybe you know what? How about this? Instead of us to get defense here, I go into the chat. Um. Uh.
I know I don't
So
usually respond to negative energy, but I'm just
okay,
sitting
but
here
what did
like,
the person
what, like
say? A negative person, come back here. I want to ask you a question.
they just said, "Oh, it was hard to watch," and then somebody's like, "No,
Okay,
it was
so
cool. It
but
was
how about this?
cool.
Let's take
He
some.
was
Let's
fun.
take a
Thanks to
constructive
Dana, I
criticism.
found the stream and all this stuff." So yeah,
But that's good. But here's my question, and I wanna find out maybe why this person who said that, why you feel like it was hard to watch. I wanna know.
I don't know. Yeah, I know
But I
people
mean,
say
I
stuff and
can
then they
handle it.
can't really back it up a lot of the time.
No, but it's interesting. Maybe there's something to that. Maybe you know, maybe did we not ask him something that he should have that you wouldn't want us to ask him? Did you? I mean, I
Right.
personally didn't want to ask him about UFC stuff because the fucking guy is probably the last thing when he's on
He's
vacation
on
he want to talk
vacation.
about. Yeah,
Exactly.
so
Well, that's what I was just
I
gonna
didn't
say.
go. What fighters is you gonna sign this year? Or oh, did you hear about Jake Paul said you should eat a dick or whatever? So I don't know.
Exactly. exactly. That's my exactly whole thing. That's why I was like, "Do you
Well, I don't see
see?"
the
Because it's
person no
like, dude,
more.
he's on vacation. It's like, you know what I
So
mean? He's
where's the
not at,
person?
huh?
So
Oh,
the
I don't
person
know,
is
but I'm
gone
just
now.
saying, like, it's
Okay, so
different
never mind that then.
if we booked him as a guest, it'd be different because then he would know he was there for an interview. You know what I mean? It's like if somebody
Yeah.
just drops in, yeah, I'm not quizzing him on work stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, okay. So I gave them the opportunity to tell me why it sucked, and they didn't tell me. So okay. So moving on.
Exactly. So Sean S is asking, "What's my New Year's resolution?" And I'm not sure. I have some ideas and things. Do
For
you have
somebody
any?
to clap them cheeks.
Yes, that's part of it. Okay, so Hanato, you go first. What are yours?
My New Year's has a lush. Oh God, are you? I'm gonna
I need my sweater. I'm getting a little chilly.
oh,
You're gonna what?
that shouldn't be your New Year's resolution is to get a little chilly. Turn up the heat
I'm
in there.
I'm just
Turn
saying.
up your wall heater or
No,
whatever you
I
got.
just I just need my wall heater. Oh my god. Yeah, I got one of those old radiators in New York that's
Yeah,
all
the
black
one
and
that the steam, the hot
yeah, yeah,
water
yeah.
burn your fingertips.
Dude, do you know in college? So I was in college in Rhode Island, in
Oh,
Providence.
yeah, Brown. Yeah, we know. You
In
you
Pro-
you you hold for the Harvard Lampoon or whatever, and
I
you
went
was
to
Kappa
Brown.
Phi Jamma Phi Jamma Jamma Jamma.
I went to Brown. Anyway, so my senior year, we had this miser landlord. So I had two two I just go I had two I had three roommates. One of them now her name is Lisa. She lives in San Francisco and she's an artist and she is kind of a free spirit. Two, Teresa, she is a venture capitalist, like badass woman who is like does all this amazing cool stuff for venture cap stuff. And three, Sangita is a professor at MIT and she is making artificial livers out of nanotechnology. Those were literally
This
my
better
three.
lead to the story about the fucking heater, by the way. If
Yes,
I
it
gotta
does.
listen to all what these guys is
It
whole
does.
who graduated summa cum laude or
And
whatever
they
the
were
fuck.
incredible. So anyway, my point was those are my roommates, and we had this total miser landlord who wouldn't let us turn the heat up past a certain point unless it got
Oh,
X amount cold. And we lived in Providence, but we were like, God damn it, it's cold, right?
because it was a
But
boiler. It
it
was
was
the
a boiler,
boiler.
and the rent, the rent covered an X amount of money for X amount of dollars for the heat. And we were like, God damn it. So I was like, you know what? I'm at Brown. I'm a psych this out because if it got extra cold, the heat would kick on more. So, and I swear to God, I have a picture of this somewhere in my thing. I was like, I'm gonna strap a bag of mother effing ice to that goddamn thermometer. And so I put a bag of ice on the thermometer thingy, like in the hallway, the radiator thing. So that would read, God damn, it's cold. And it would kick on the heat.
Did
And
it?
yes, it did. And
Or
so
but it kicked on too fucking much.
no, Art, no, it was great. The house was warm, and then you just
Oh, so
regulate
this
it.
wasn't a horrible start. I thought I was waiting for the thing to explode in your face or it fucked up the
No,
whole
I'm
thing.
saying we
Yeah,
jacked the box. We figured out the way
you
to.
gotta do that stuff, especially if you got a scumbag landlord, a
That's
slumlord.
what I'm saying. And I literally
Yeah.
have a picture because I remember seeing it, and I'll have to go back look back at my stuff of a bag of ice hanging over the radiator thingy.
I remember that I lived in a thing that was like a old tenement, and there was like a low income housing, like
Yeah,
so you had it wasn't that they didn't want to give you heat. It was a boiler, like a old, turn of the
right.
century. So
Sure.
you have something called a hyzer, and it's go from the boiler all the way through everybody's apartment. Like,
Right.
almost like
And just
a
kind of deliver
fireman's.
steam along the way, right?
Yeah, just to everybody. It's a pipe that's hot. And if
That's
you
it.
touch, think about that. It's old school. It's like if you touch that thing, it's just a hot pipe
Oh, for sure.
in the fucking house, and there's no nothing over it. So don't
I
touch
like a
that one.
hot pipe in the house.
Oh, you need a hot pipe for her every once in a while. God, are you turn up the heat? You cold now. That's why you put the fucking shawl over you. Uh, So, and the one I had was
God.
black
It's
too. On
just
top of
it's
that one,
it's just a little blanket. I'm cold. My heat just kicked on now. Sorry.
that's a snuggie. Uh, you're gonna put your hands through there. You're getting too comfortable. So see, this is what happened in relationship. You get too comfortable. You start out
I'm
wearing
not trying to be sexy
the
anymore.
chitty
I
shirts and
was
stuff like that,
sexy.
and
I
then it
was
turned into
sexy
this.
for 20 minutes, and then I was like, ah, f this noise.
Yeah, that's a story of the life. So what was I saying? Yeah, and then so that fucking boiler would go off all the fucking time. Like that
Yeah.
thing just break down, and then you're not getting. Not only you're not getting the heat, but you're not getting hot water.
No, that
So
sucks.
then, so then you're getting you're like putting pans, you cooking pots of hot water to put in the batch. What a
Yep,
fucking nightmare!
that
I
sucks.
hate that. I used to
Oh
fucking
yeah,
hate
or
that
no,
shit.
yeah, being in New York, like when a boiler breaks, when a heater breaks or something
Ugh,
like that sucks.
ugh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm okay with no air conditioning. That's one of those things where I was like, no, okay.
yeah.
Like
You
I
suffer
don't
through that, whatever. Yeah,
yeah, I don't mind being hot. Like I don't mind sleeping when it's hot. I guess I have tropical blood, I'm half Jamaican, so that doesn't bother
yeah.
me. That's fine. But I don't like to be cold.
No, me neither. Who the fuck wants to be cold? Um, but these days I control my own heat. I put the fucking heat up. I don't have to put a shower.
Yeah,
Imagine if I put a scarf. Imagine if I put a scarf right now and I was like, "Oh, it's cold in here." Then
how's
the
your
people gonna get deprived to see the nape of my neck, porra.
how's your rumpus room coming along?
It's
Because I know
coming along.
you were
It's
doing
coming
some
along.
construction, not construction, you were doing some renovations at your
I
place.
was doing
So
some
how did
manual labor. I was doing a total
you were doing the
renovation.
manual, you were actually doing it yourself?
Yeah, look at this cuticle. Ugh, it was murder on this cuticle.
Oh,
No, but I of course I do everything myself, Caralho. I know how
oh,
to live. I'm
oh.
like a Harrison Ford.
Hey, Jesus M is saying, "How about my New Year's Eve story?" You're right. I didn't comment my
She
story.
don't have any New Year's Eve story.
So one of the best ones, and it's funny because if you anybody here who has lived in New York, can probably relate to this. So the idea of a Times Square, New York, New Year's Eve is
Oh.
on the one hand, wow, that would be amazing. That would be amazing because it's like the
Nah.
whole world's watching and like it's a whole thing, right? But I always said I lived in Manhattan for 7 years, and I always said, "Damn, girl, you would have to pay me to do that on New Year's Eve, right?" Because
And you had the right idea.
I was like, no, I'm not trying to be in a big crowd like that with no bathroom or no way out or no crowd, whatever. Like, I'm not trying to be amongst the people and just to watch a ball. So, like, no, thank you. You
No.
literally have to pay my ass to be there. And then they did. And so on New
Oh.
Year's Eve, and this is kind of a bittersweet story, and you're gonna whatever scold me for name dropping.
Oh, you and Dick Clark was he was giving Dick Clark a hand jobby
Oh, another
or
rest in peace person, me and Stuart Scott. Okay, so it was New
oh,
Year's
caralho,
Eve
yeah.
of 2005, and
Oh,
I got to work on the ESPN New Year's Eve show in
oh,
Times
that's cool.
Square. And so, yeah, I got to work with Stuart, and like we didn't work on like stuff together. So it was more like a hey, Stuart, like
Yeah,
top
like you
secret
guys is in
because
the same play, but you don't have
right, we're
scenes
all
together.
together and we're all the same
Yeah,
broadcast. And obviously, I met him in person and all this stuff, but like I wasn't like sitting right next to him or whatever.
yeah.
But I was on the show with him, and so I would go sort of like we had a home base kind of in the Hard Rock Hotel or Hard Rock thing or bar or whatever, and then we would come out into Times Square to do the bits, and then we'd go back in. So literally, I was paid to be there, and I had access to like food and drinks and bathrooms and whatever. So like it was literally ideal, and it was really effing cool. Like it
Yeah.
was
Oh,
really
you liked it. You liked that one.
oh
Oh, I
dude,
thought we was talking about. I was heading for hearing a nightmare story.
dude, no, it
I
was
I thought we wanted to
awesome.
hear about your most fucked up, awful New Year's
No, no,
Eve.
no, no, no. It was great. It was like it was so it
Nah.
was it was awesome. Like it was
Oh,
totally
great.
cool. It was
We
totally
want to
cool.
hear the one where it wasn't great for her.
No, the bad ones, that really the only bad thing would be, like I was saying earlier, about how I used to go out with my girls, like my wardrobe girl, my makeup girl, and like that was my posse. And we were like the Sex and the City crew of like rolling out and like always had an adventure, always ended up making out with people. Like you said, like you were telling stories about making out with
Wait,
people. Like,
people like females too, people?
I haven't done that.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. You don't have to be into that. I was just wondering.
I think
But you
it's,
said people. You didn't say men. You said people. Men is not people.
I'm, I don't know. I've never tried it. Anyway, uh so we would always end up hanging out with guys or whatever, and we would, like you always came home because like it was a crew and we were all attractive enough that like boys paid attention. Do you know what I mean? Like you didn't have one that you were apologizing for. There wasn't one that you felt like you know what
There
I
was
mean?
no there was no grenade. Oh, the grenade. Your friend have to be a mensch for you to do that. I've did it before. Oh, this that's a. But you got to do it if
You took the
it's
grenade.
like
You
it's
took the
like if you
grenade.
love your brother, like band of brothers. If that's what it if he's really trying so hard and he's got one that's so good and it would be a he'll win for him, and then you have this fucking chick that is going to ruin,
You
that
got
chick
to
is
take
going
the
to
grenade.
blow up the whole situation. If you don't, you got to jump on
Pay
that
her
one.
some attention. So you got to jump on
Not
that one
pay
and
her
pay
some
her some attention.
attention. You're gonna pay her some dick is what I'm talking about. I'm not
You
talking
have to
that
fully commit.
chalking a, that's not jumping on a grenade
No.
is not
How come you can't? You
chalking.
can't. You can't just chat her up to like distract her. You have to fully
No,
jump.
no,
What?
no, no, my
Really?
dear. Because here's what's when you
I
have a
guess I
one
don't
like
have any girlfriends that are bad enough grenades to
so
know.
when you have there's always one in the group.
My
And
girls are good.
if you have one that for whatever reason get ornery and then they start doing this, they the one that start being responsible, like you got to get up in the morning or keep telling you the reasons why we gotta leave now, and the other one clearly wants some dick and she's feeling it, and then your friend is looking at you like please help, and then you just go like, oh, you owe me, you fucking owe me your life, so now you gotta butter up that one so she can be excited because she's 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 usually not, she's not the best, so she's never gonna get the.
And that's the thing. She's angry, right? Because she knows she's the
Yeah.
least
So
attractive of
now
the
you
group.
gotta throw to her a bone. You gotta throw her one of those Willy Wonka golden ticket so that she can go, wait a second, maybe there is a reason for me to stay.
So
You
she'll
know?
lay off her friend because
Because
now she's
if
being
every time she go out with
conflictual.
her friend, if she's the unattractive one or the very much less attractive one, or maybe she's too chunky, who the fuck knows what it is that she's less attractive. It
Why?
maybe
Why
she,
people find her less attractive?
maybe she's not as pretty fat. Who the fuck knows what it is? But this other friend is always the one that everybody want, and it's a recurring story for her. This one's gonna get some dick, and she's left out in the cold. Well, you can see probably why she get an attitude and go. And then also another aspect is she's gonna lose the company of her friend if that happens. So
Right.
maybe she wanna just go back and get some pizza and watch movies with her
Right. Because
friend.
girls' night now turned into this whole other thing.
Whatever.
Right.
So there's a reason why she's salt. But now if you throw to her if you add some sausage to the pizza for her, then she's gonna
It's less
maybe
salty.
go, well, maybe hey, things is looking up. Maybe I don't have to fuck up the whole situation here. Now, thankfully, I've been on the other end, but every once in a while, you gotta be like, oh, you owe me, you fucking guy. I mean, I haven't done that in a long time, but it's happened before, and that's a good friend, Poha.
No,
Because a
that's
shitty
beautiful.
friend is just gonna be like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck that. If I didn't get the good one, then fuck you.
To take one for the team.
Yeah, checking one for the team, jumping on the grenade. There's many. It all have, but none of it involve. I'm just gonna have a conversation. That's not what they're talking about. That's the easy
Right.
part.
Okay, because I know for my friends, like I when I was uh not single, um,
Hmm.
I would always say, "Hey, I'm the best," because I think I'm a really good wing woman, because like I
Hmm.
don't mind talk, because like I talk for a living, right? I talk to people for a living. I can start a conversation with literally anyone. Like I literally know, like if ever they said to you, "Hey, what's your superpower?" Like your quote unquote superpower. My superpower would be I have the ability to have a conversation with literally anybody on the planet. Like, let's say obviously not language. I speak 3 languages or so, but like I'm just saying not about language. I'm just saying, but the ability to find some commonality. I have the ability. I do believe it's a superpower of mine. It's like have a conversation with any person on the planet, where I could make them feel like I was interested and they were special and whatever.
Even like Idi Amin or
I could do it. It's my
like
gift. I
Barker,
swear to God.
the son of Sahami.
It's the worst person on the planet. I could still have a great conversation with that person. I know it's a weird
That's
thing,
good.
but like I
No, that's
literally
good.
think like that's my gift on this planet. It's a weird thing that like I have the gift of
But
conversation.
that's not that alone does not make a great wingman.
No, but what I'm saying is when I was married, I would always be there because I would be like, look it, I'm going to take the least attractive one. I will jump on the grenade because I have nothing invested in this. I don't need to go home with anybody. I don't care.
Mm,
And I still really don't care. Like I'm not out here
yeah,
trying to pick up a bro in a bar. So even
but
when I'm
that's
out with
not
my
really
girls now,
jumping on
I'll
the
still
grenade.
take the dumb one. I'll still take the dumb one,
Yeah.
the short one, or I'm
If you
sorry if
couldn't
you guys are
fuck,
short. I'm just saying,
here's why that's not jumping on the grenade. I mean, it's nice of you, but since you was married, there was no chance that you was gonna get the good looking one.
how do you know?
I'm saying because of you wouldn't do that. You're not gonna cheat,
Well,
no?
yes, you're right. Okay, you're right. Because I could
So
choose to
there's
not
no
do it.
fucking chance.
Right.
So you're not losing nothing. In
Because
my
I'm not trying
situation,
for anything. I
in
was
my
never trying.
situation, I'm I'm saying I'm not only am I not going to try to get the good one, I'm going to go for the worst fucking one.
To make her feel
It's
special.
a double whammy. Is I'm gonna take the worst one that I don't want, and I'm not gonna get the good one.
Really taking a hit. Because
That's
you
a good
could get
friend,
the
and
good
I've
one if
had
you
friends.
wanted it.
Well, no, not necessarily, but it would be a fair game. It would be like if I want to be a dickhead about it, I can be like,
But
hey,
your
none of us.
bro's really gonna get her. So you don't
Yeah,
want to get in his way.
if he's interested, there's a million girls out there. What I'm gonna step on his
Yeah, you're
fucking
not trying to
toes
get in your
for?
bro's way, right? Why would you?
Well, I mean, if you're a good friend, if you're not a good friend, you don't you out for yourself no matter what.
But why would you do that? Like, there's,
A
like you said,
lot.
there's a million people on the planet. Like, why are you
You
trying to
would
screw your
you
friend's
would
girl?
be surprised. You would be surprised.
I'm amazed at that. Of like, I
Yeah.
slept with my homie's girlfriend, or like my brother,
No, that's not
whatever.
what we're
Right? Like,
not. That's a far jump. I'm talking
yeah,
about. You'd be surprised at the inconsiderate. Like, if I see that I have a friend, even if the girl, even if he have no fucking chance, and I see that he's like, he's trying so hard and he's obsessed. I'm not gonna come in there and go, hey, I'm gonna give it a shot or whatever. I just rather not him to feel like shit, you know. I move on to another chick, you know. But I know other guys who will step on your dick while you're talking to a girl, and they come in and Mr. Personality height or chiming in while I'm like, hey, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm
cock
saying?
block you.
Like, and they're not trying to wingman you. They're trying
They're
to
blocking
get in
you.
there themselves. Yeah, and you're like,
Right.
the fuck,
Right.
get out of here.
Well, there are some hilarious stories if people have never heard the hilarious cock blocking stories of DC and Luke Rockhold. There
Oh,
are some
I mean, I can imagine.
hilarious. Well, because Luke's, obviously understandably
He's a good-looking man for her. Yeah,
popular with the ladies, right? Like
yeah. He's a tall, good-looking man who's a fighter. He have a lot of stuff going for him.
for me, if I'm honest, like I used to work with some people over at Fox, and they thought Luke was this was so we're talking like 2000, let's say 15, 16, 17, right? Like 17, 18. Let's say 2017, 18.
Yeah.
So I'm working over at Fox. We're doing UFC tonight. We're having a great time. We're cranking it. Like literally, it's the best job I've ever had. Like that's like the greatest job. I have the best memories. That was like the most fun, the coolest crew, the best of times. Like the best, sweetest gig, favorite gig ever. And well, shit, and MTV was great too, though. Okay, anyway, amazing gig. But it really was an amazing gig. So,
Let's talk about all your gigs for her.
no, 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 no. So
No,
what
I'm
was it?
saying no. Don't talk about all your gigs. Cut to the chase.
What was I talking about?
You was talking about how, Luke Harcourt. People thought he was
Oh, okay, yes.
fine.
So there was
Yeah.
a couple girls who thought Luke was so hot, and I didn't really think it. I was like, whatever. And then I went to interview him for something, and I was like, oh, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, he's good looking. But I need you to be a little
But
bit more. So
oh,
anyway, but I was like, okay, I
okay.
get it. He's good looking though. I get it. But so anyway, DC would tell stories that when Luke would win a fight, I was like, yo, DC, how many girls did Luke, like celebrate with after the fight? And he's like, oh, he had like 3 girls or 4 girls or
Yo,
whatever.
is this before you get yourself in trouble? Is this the kind of stuff somebody gonna be mad if you start telling their
I
business?
don't think so. I don't think so. No, but
Okay.
it was just that DC used to love like blocking him. Like he would tell stories
Like
of
he
like
get a kick out of.
yes,
Yeah,
like so
but
he
it
would
was
be
a
going
game. It was a game they was playing.
exactly. So like Luke would be
That's
warming
different.
up a girl and like
Yeah.
getting her clothes, and then DC would like come in and be like, bro, like, well, not bro, but well, he probably would call her bro because he called me bro all the time. But like, bro,
Yeah.
like he's not gonna call you like ever again or
Oh.
whatever. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
just like totally lay it out there. And then Luke's all like, bro, why are you doing it? Like, but DC
Now,
is so like such a funny, childish, like
yeah,
like so
but
he would giggle about this forever. It's
that's a
hilarious.
different story because that's a
I don't think
prank.
that's telling tales out of school.
It's like a prank, you know.
Right.
And that's different than someone genuinely like that's a prank in this, and it only is funny because Luke Harcourt could get kind of unlimited pussy,
He'll get any
so
exactly. He'll just move on to the
so
next one.
it's not like you're stealing food from a starving person. You know what I'm saying? So
Of
he
course.
that's why it's funny because he knows it's like you fucked that up for me, but it's like there's
It's a
another one right
2 minute
there. You know,
setback. It's a 2 minute setback at best.
so you can do that to a guy like that, you know. But
Yeah.
in if you're in a situation where it's not exactly like that, if your friend is trying his fucking heart out, I'm not gonna do that to the fucking guy,
All
even
I
if
can
I
think
think
of
I can get that one, unless he give me the blessings,
all I can
unless
think of right now
he
is
go, I can't get it, huh? Go ahead.
all I can think of is Goodfellas right now when Joe Pesci's just like
Yeah,
banging Henry Hill to like come with him
yeah,
and
I
he's
do a
like
lot of fucking favors for you. Yeah. No, what? No, you didn't even hear what I fucking said. Yeah, no,
she's
I'm not doing
Jewish.
it. I'm
Like,
not.
right. I'm Jewish.
Yeah,
No, I'm not doing it. No, she's Jewish. She's giving me a hard time. She's Jewish. She's giving me a
yeah.
hard
A
time. She
Jew
don't want
brought.
to go out with Italian.
Yeah, a Jew brought. Can you
A
imagine a Jew
Jew
brought
broad
prejudice against Italians in this day and age?
president.
Prejudice against Italians. But it's true, and it was. Yeah, I don't. He would have Manischewitz, but it looked funny on the table, huh? You got to staggering out like a couple of fucking hobos.
Hobos.
Well, what about fucking hey, in other words, you condone that kind of thing? No, I know. And I don't want to make sure I'm fucking kissing fucking Nat
I'm
King
I'm
Cole over
just
here.
saying I can
Yeah,
see how a white girl
yeah,
would find him attractive. I'm just saying,
yeah. But watch
because
how
of the
you
way he
watch the way you say
I'm just
things.
saying. No, I'm just saying. I don't. I'm not.
I
No, I'm
know,
just
I know.
saying.
But watch
What?
watch how you say things. There's a lot of fucking people around here. Watch how you. There's a lot of fucking people
I'm just
listening
saying.
here.
I can
So
see how I could. I'm just saying. I can see
that's
how a white
it.
girl could
That's
find him
enough.
attractive.
In other words, you condone this kind of fucking thing. You bullshit. You.
No, I'm
Uh,
just saying.
yeah, you're gonna end up kissing Nat King Cole for her. Um, you don't want that. You don't want the seconds after Nat King Cole got a hold of her. And she was talking about Sammy Davis. She was like, "Oh, you know
Sammy
how he
Davis.
does those impressions?" Or
No, I'm just saying. Yeah.
yeah, you could
You're
see
like
how that
no.
white girl was really good.
You're like nah.
And then Leota's like, I know. He's
Okay.
like, I know, but yeah.
Get it. All I can think of is the
Now you're gonna get me on the fucking
Jonah Hill
Goodfellas.
gif of like and
You're
him
gonna
with the
get me on Goodfellas
clothes.
now. When
Dude, I
I
can't
can't
like
have
it's
it
Goodfellas is
commiserating.
one of those Goodfellas is obviously it's a movie that I own on DVD or whatever, but like even regardless of whatever channel it's on, if I'm channel
Yeah.
surfing by on my YouTube TV
You
or
can't
whatever,
help. You can't help but
I
watch that.
can't pass it by. It doesn't matter. I guarantee I'm like, God damn it, here I go. I can't
Yeah.
watch. I can't go
I
past it.
come in a lot of time for some reason. It's always on the
The
scene with
dinner scene.
them going with his fucking mom. Yeah.
Yes, the
Why is
dinner.
always on that when you turn it on?
Oh no, it's
And
always
you
on the
get
dinner
this.
with the hoof.
Yeah. Yeah.
The hoof.
The hoof. The hoof. The
Hell,
paw.
it
You
looks
can't.
like
It's a
our
sin.
friend.
You gotta cut.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
The
got
hoof.
one dog looking this way, one dog looking that
Yeah.
way.
Looks like someone we know. Um. No, it's him. But yeah. And what is this? What about
Every night,
a
I want
Ludwig
you to
Kampa?
settle down. Every night, I settle
Yeah,
down
I
with
settle
my
down
home.
every night.
I love you.
What about you? You remind me of this joke, the Campari. You know the one. I'm gonna
Yeah,
shut up. You're always talking, or
shut
whatever.
up. You're
And then
always talking. Yeah, no,
yeah,
no, it's
but in
better in
Italian, it's
Italian.
much
In
nicer.
Italian, it's much nicer.
Yeah, it's a little bit,
Shut
but
up.
it means
You're always
he's content to be
talking.
a jerk. He's
Yeah.
content to be a jerk. But yeah.
Don't get me going on
Good
Goodfellas.
fellow. But
Goddamn,
I like.
Karen.
I.
Her name is Karen. What are you doing,
I.
Karen?
Why
Oh,
did you do that? They
I'm
would have never found
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry. They were gonna find it.
Karyn, they would have never found it.
They were
Why did
gonna
you do
find it.
no? Why did you do that?
Sorry.
Fucking Karyn, they can whack me in here. Maybe even easier. You gotta get me out. Jimmy, I can't
They
trust
were
Jimmy.
gonna find it. You don't know how hard it's been.
Why did you do that?
You don't know.
They would have never found it, Karyn. They would have never found it. I need this for this is how he wore his shirts or whatever. Fucking Karyn, they would have never found. Hey, you gotta cover that up. I gotta cover that up. The Jew, if they
Always
see
do
that,
only the good half.
yeah, but
Oh God.
only the
Seriously,
good.
don't get me going on goddamn Goodfellas. I could
I,
literally go all night long on
you
Goodfellas.
know, I love
All
the
night long
attitude.
on Goodfellas.
I love the attitude of the guys when they get him to. They try to get him to stop cheating. They're like, I can't have it. I got my place. They're commiserating.
Yeah.
I
Paulie
can't
comes
have
over.
it.
He's like,
I
she's
can't.
here.
I can't have it. Look,
Upset.
look,
Just look.
look. We know what this is. This is what it
Go
is.
home.
But you got to go back.
You
Hey,
gotta
look.
go back.
What are we? What? Hey, we're not any Mali. We're not any Mali.
You go home.
What about these guys are fucking animale? They ice pick people in the fucking back of that
That's
brain
all they
stem.
are is on a
But what
Molly.
about but don't if you're gonna cheat on your wife, you gotta go back. Look, we're
Oh
not fucking
God.
animale. Hey, look,
Oh my
we're not
God.
animale. What are we animale?
What are we on in Molly? Oh my God.
Hey, we're not
It's
animale.
so
Yeah,
effing brilliant. That movie is so freaking perfect.
I'll tell you
Give
what.
me the
Now the
keys, Karen. Todd Watson. Give me the keys, Karen. Oh my God. Now Morioni Muonji is like, now I want to watch the movie.
I mean,
Dustin Freeman is saying you're wearing a wire.
I'm not wearing a fucking wire.
I'm not wearing it. You goddamn know I'm not wearing it.
We got you on tape. You talking about cocaine? Don't give me
I'm
the
not
babe of the
wearing it.
woods routine. You know that was a heel. That was a heel agent that dealt with the case. The guy. You know how there's a guy who's too good of an actor who's like, no, they can. Maybe they can't get you, Karen, but they can get you your kids. They can get you somebody. You know the agent that's trying to get them into witness protection.
Yeah.
You know when he's like, you know when Hey Liotta's like, look, just whoever fucking controls it, no place cold. You know that shit. You know the guy they talking to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That was like the heel guy who was the heel agent guy.
Oh, when
Like
Haley
he's
Hill
not an
really got
actor.
arrested?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And that's why he goes, don't give me the babe of the woods hooching Karen.
Yes,
You
the
know?
baby.
We got
He
you on.
does sound legit. You're right.
Yeah, you know how he don't seem like an actor? It's like
He's
this
like,
guy
yeah, no,
is
Karen. He's like, yeah, don't
is
give me the babe in the woods thing. You're right.
there's a
That's
couple
right.
actors in fucking in some of those Scorsese movies that I'm like, that guy's not a act like
That is real.
man, this is a heel deep cut, but in Casino, that one
I
dude
love
like the
that
shit
movie. I've
kicker
seen
or
it a
whatever.
million times.
Well, the guy have like his boots on the fucking thing. You know, he's acting like the guy.
When he's playing blackjack and he's got his boots up.
And then those guy, he takes his boots off. He's got his feet on the fucking thing, and then there's like some casino cops that come up, and the guy goes, "You're out of here, Mister," or whatever. You know what I'm
You
talking
said a
about?
pit boss was real?
Not the pit boss, but he's like a security guard or whatever, or a cop or some fucking. He goes, "You're out of here, Mister," or whatever, and he's like, the way he looks is like no one. That fucking guy is a. He has to be a fucking cop or secure. It's too good. And some of those blackjack dealers and shit. I'm like,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
are you
yeah.
gonna find these fucking people? You
Yeah.
know?
It's crazy because, as many times as I'm in Vegas, which is basically 2 or 3 times a month, I really don't go out and gamble.
Oh,
I really I enjoy playing blackjack and I like playing roulette and stuff like that, but, like,
you know
I don't
what?
know, man. I don't know, money feels too hard to come by or
That's
something,
what I was
like,
just about to say.
I just can't throw it away.
If you don't have disposable income, then gambling is like stressful. It's not fun if you
It's
lose.
not
You're like,
fun, right.
oh God, are you? So it's only fun if you got some money to fuck around with, because scared money don't win anyway. If you
Right,
need that money, you're not gonna win, you know?
right. I
Yeah,
think if
you
it's
have to
okay.
not give a shit.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. When
Yeah,
I have done it in the past, and I have won. I mean, I've
yeah,
won, not like massive, but I think
yeah. You
one of
won
my
at Pai Gow playing $3, or you won at the
no,
fucking
one of my
slot
big
machine.
I like I said, I like playing blackjack. That's my favorite game. And then second favorite would be roulette.
I could
So
have.
what?
I could just imagine you though, like being a square there. Like, that you ever seen swingers?
Of course.
You know how they fuck up and they double down or whatever, and he fucks up all his money. But then that old lady is like just luckily getting cards and winning and shit.
No.
And then the guy offers her a free breakfast, and he's like, "We'll hook you up and we'll fix you up." And she goes, "Oh, you'll fix me up."
Dude, no, I'm the opposite. I'm the one who sits down in the anchor position and goes, "Don't fuck this up. Don't f this up for
What?
anybody." I
You're
said,
not
"I'm
allowed to curse. Who are you doing that for?
myself."
Father Christmas? You'll
I
be
said,
all right.
I respect the blackjack table. I respect the rules of the table. I don't hit when I know if there's a bunch of people playing
Okay,
and I
good,
want to
good,
throw under
good.
bus. No, no, no.
Yeah.
My whole thing
I could
is,
just imagine you being like, "Oh, I won it," and
oh
there's
no,
like,
no,
you
no. I
fucking
sit down and I
okay,
start working that table. Like I start
okay,
running stuff
because it's
like
everybody
putting
versus
people
the dealer. Yeah,
exactly. And
yeah,
that's why I like it because I'm a social person. And so I like teaming up with people playing blackjack against the dealer. And so that's why I like it because roulette is, just dumb luck. But I feel like in blackjack, you sort of have something to say about it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But even with that said, as much as I'm in Vegas, I just don't gamble, and I don't know
Ah,
why. Because I
we
do
already just
what
found
I was
out
gonna
why
say, like
you don't want to
I
waste your
think about
fucking
it
money.
like I used to when I would go to a Broadway show or I'd go to a show. I go, okay, this ticket cost X amount of dollars, right? Or this Broadway show or this movie or this like concert, not movie, but like this concert costs X amount of dollars. So like if going to Vegas and like putting down a couple few $100s on a table, like yeah, that's like I'm gonna get some hours of entertainment out of this. So in that respect, I feel like putting down a few $100s is okay. But like I would never in my lifetime sit down and be like cash in and put like 5 grand down on a table and be like,
No.
all right, let's go to work. Like I
Yeah,
can't even
I don't get
fathom
off on
doing
that shit.
that.
Like
I
I do a
can't
little.
even fathom.
Yeah, I only fuck around with like a little bit of sports gambling, and that's about it. Because I like it because I like the sports that I'm gambling on. So it's kind of fun, like to figure out. It's like I like the game of it. To
Yeah.
I don't waste a whole lot of fucking money on that, but I like to do a little bit of basketball and a little football and stuff.
Oh, okay,
Um,
you do.
yeah, just a little. Not like I'm not doing scumbag bets where I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not. It's not like uncut gems. I'm just talking about like bullshit DraftKings shit.
Oh, okay.
That kind of stuff. Little something.
Yeah.
But I like that better than the roulette and all that bullshit. But speaking of, we was talking about Scorsese and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Um, that got me thinking about another thing about New Year's Eve. I was thinking about what's the great. I can't think of any great New Year's Eve movies, but what's the greatest New Year's Eve scenes of all time? And I have two that I thought of right off the bat.
The greatest New Year's Eve scenes?
You want a couple to get your memory going here?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking of when Harry met Sally.
Oh, but that was like when he discovered that they really love each other or whatever that shit. Of course, you would
Yeah,
like that.
that's a great movie.
Well, how about this? Uh, Godfather True. Fucking when he have to tell Fredo, when he's like, "I knew it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart." Mwah!
You broke my
That was
heart.
at that was at New Year's Eve in Cuba, porra. Yeah, that's at New Year's Eve.
You broke
Yeah,
my heart.
and he gave him that hard kiss. That mwah! He's like, "You broke my heart, Fredo." But for me, the all when I was thinking about all these ones, the one that give you everything you could want, the whole the whole range of emotion, is in Boogie Night because you get that New Year's Eve scene when it's gonna be it's 1970, it's gonna be January 1st, 1980, you know. So it's 1979 on the
Right.
and it start off with there's chicks roller skating
Roller skating. Right. Right.
and
Right.
they're going in there and they're doing cocaine and bullshitting around, and then what's his name comes, uh, uh, um,
Rick Reynolds.
Philip Seymour Hoffman,
Oh, Phil.
Scotty, the character, when
Yes.
he's like, I wanted you to see my car, I just thought it would be
And he's
cool.
so in
Yeah.
love with him.
I
He's
mean,
so
if
in
you didn't
love.
think it was cool, I was just gonna take it back,
He's
But
so in
anyway,
love.
and then you remember he's like, Scotty, hold on, I'm talking over here. You know what I'm talking about? Like when he's like, okay, Scotty, I'm gonna come see your fucking car. But whatever he said, and then and then so he showed it, and then not unlike my New Year's, Scotty tried to kiss the fucking guy,
Yes.
and then he
Right.
didn't want to make Scotty feel bad, but he was like, "Oh, Scotty,
Right. But it's
caralho."
Scotty.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So and then it starts turning more dark, and then the music starts kicking in, and then you have that. Then it gets to the situation. So you got all this storyline going on, and then it turned into the guy walking. What's his name? William H. Macy is
Oh,
walking,
when his
see his
wife is
wife
still.
fucking. Then he calmly walked to the car, and then you got
Spoiler
that.
alert.
You
Spoiler alert.
you got oh, if you haven't seen Boogie Nights at this fucking point,
Dude,
but
that's one
then
of the
there's
most intense scenes ever.
that Charles Wright song is playing, and then he come
So intense.
and then boom, and then the thing goes and it goes 80s,
So
but
intense.
that have everything because in the beginning you're excited because it's playing that song ain't no stopping us not so it take you from happy and what could happen so new to and this and that and then fuck like horror but
Yeah.
what a great fucking scene I mean
I agree, 100% agree. Well, we've talked about this before, Boogie Nights, and in fact, you remind me now. This is a good time to bring this up because we've actually been going for quite a while now, and I don't know
oh
if
yeah
we'll
true
wrap it up soon, but
yeah I don't mind happing it up soon
that this was the 17th episode of our show, and we've had a lot of great guests on. And while we're speaking about Boogie Nights, that reminds me very much of the episode that we did with our dear friend Josh Barnett, where we talked a lot about movies. We spoke with Josh. That was in October. It was right before Halloween. So a lot of the stuff we talked about was sort of horror movies and cool. Josh is into heavy metal and horror and stuff like that. So we talked a lot
yeah
about that. But in general, we spoke a lot about just kind of movies in general and stuff. And that was a really fun show. And so if people are just kind of finding this for the first time, if they've never seen this before, and they're seeing this here on my YouTube, you should A, subscribe, please. B, look around because not only are there 16 other festivities, Tuesday Night Festivities shows, and then bonus um, after parties here on YouTube. But we've had on some really, really cool guests, and we've had a lot of fun. Like we've had on we've had on several UFC champs, right? Because we had on Rose Namajunas, Aljamain Sterling, Glover Teixeira, and didn't we have one other champ? Well, Sergio Pettis, he's in Bellator now, but we had one other
true
UFC champ, I thought.
maybe but it's hard to remember all the fucking people
But then we also had like a Hall of Famer like Clay Guida. We had on Carlos Condit. We've had on Anthony Lionheart Smith. We've had on Jairzinho Rosenstruck. We've had on Merab Dwalishvili. We've had on
true
Dan Hooker was so freaking
He was
cool.
great. Jen Hooker. Who else
Uriah
we had?
Hall was, I mean, yeah, Uriah Hall was on with us. Angela Hill. We also had on Eric Anders. We had on Dean Thomas. We had on um
We also
uh
had fucking. I'm trying to. Who's the other?
there was another girl that we had
No,
on.
there's a couple other fucking people.
Dan Hooker was awesome though. I loved that one. Oh,
Who?
Ally Quinch
Al Quinch, but also
and
Bobby
Bobby
Green.
Green.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Bobby
yeah,
Green
yeah, yeah, yeah.
on different weeks.
I was
We
thinking of both of those guys, and for some reason, I was, I
We had
couldn't
on
think.
both of those guys. So that's what I'm saying. So we've had on really, really great guests. And what
Yeah,
is the finger? And so, yeah, no. So we've had on some really, really great guests already. And so just please look for those here on my YouTube channel and or on my over on my Instagram. And Renato puts a lot of clips on his channel too. But like, here's
yeah,
the thing. So people who maybe don't know, like okay, long story short, I used to do MMA heat stuff or whatever. With my husband, I don't really have one anymore. And so like I took over all of my YouTube things and all of my social media and all of my like online presence and stuff. So we started this show in September, right? Because we're 17 weeks into this now. And it's going great. We're having a great time. And I think people are responding well to us, and Hanato and I want to keep doing this, but like literally all we have is the two of us to get the word out. So if you like what you're seeing here, and if you could help like tell your friends
yeah.
or
We did a
share
lot of
the
fucking
show,
favors for you.
yeah, like we no, but like we really want to keep doing this, and it's so fun. And like, yeah, we had Dana White was on with us over on
Yeah,
Instagram
we brought
earlier
Dana
today.
White. Who else did that? And by the way, that was a
Like,
surprise. I brought him in there for the people. Okay, for New
thank you
Year's.
for that. But
Yeah.
honestly, like we're really having fun doing this. But like Hanato was saying over on Instagram, like we really I love the MMA community. I've been in it for a long time now, and I just signed a new contract for you know
Why you
uh,
gotta hub it in? We already
I
heard that
don't
you
I'm
signed a
just
new fucking contract.
I wasn't rubbing it in. My point was just that I'm really committed to this. Like I love this. But you and I both know that like committing to doing this show Tuesday nights and all this stuff, like it's a thing. You make an effort, and you just want people to like know it's here and care. So if you like it, if you're having fun with it, please tell your friends and please share, because we will keep doing it as long as we know people want to keep seeing it.
Aha. And one more stuff, okay? I looked at some of the comment when we was talking about the greatest New Year's scene, and I'm embarrassed that I didn't think about this. And this is every bit as good and as long and in part as the Boogie Nights scene. The fucking trading places on the train.
Oh yes.
I can't believe I didn't. I mean, imagine all the shit that happens in there with Clarence Beeks and all the shit with
Yes.
Beef Jerky Chime, the Haile Selassie Pavilion. Lionel Joseph from the Haile Selassie Pavilion.
Haile Selassie.
Yeah, from the Haile. Imagine that going over now. Oh God, are you? Yeah, and then what's her name with the chitties? Would you help me with my rucksack? And then he's
Rucksack,
like,
my
she's like,
rucksack. Wait,
and he remember
Jamie
he's
Lee
like no
Curtis?
more.
No, it's Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, it's Jamie Lee Curtis. And then he remember when he sniffs out the plant, he's like, yeah, no more Irish whiskey, no more Swedish meatballs, and no more goddamn jerky beef.
Yeah.
And then he gets fucked by the gorilla. They put him in there. They put him in the gorilla suit.
Nice.
I
Yes.
mean, woof. I mean, to me, that probably is number one. God,
Trading Places. That's a great movie. That
that's
is a
one
great
of
movie.
the all time. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find a better comedy than that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other new. I mean, I know there's been specific movies about New Year's Eve,
Wasn't there a movie
but
where it was all about going to these parties and shit called like something
yeah,
cigarettes, like 300 cigarette or
exactly.
something?
21. No, it's 21 cigarettes.
Oh, maybe
I think it's
I
only
gave them too many cigarettes.
300 cigarettes. God
Whatever the
dang,
fuck it was, I don't know.
I think it was 21 cigarettes.
I thought it
But
was like 200, maybe 200 now. Because 21's not that many cigarettes.
we let me Google that for you.
What are you
Let
gonna
me
give me if I'm hype?
About what? If it's 300 cigarettes or
Yeah,
21
no,
cigarettes?
200. Give me some of your
Oh,
check.
you might be right. It might be 200 cigarettes.
Give me some of
I
your
know.
check from your new contract.
I just
Huh?
know it's not three. I just know it's not 300.
Oh, 21. I hope the fans see the bullshit that's being spun
I'm
here.
looking at this right now. I'm typing in 21 cigarettes.
Now you're
Yes,
thinking of like
because that
21
came
grams.
right up when I typed in 21 cigarettes. 21 tobacco 20. No, that's just meaning they want it to be the age of 21. All right, you might be right. God,
Just
I
accept the
hate
loss.
saying those words. Do you know
Just
how much
accept the
those
loss.
words, like those words pain me? God
Well,
dang
you
it, 200 cigarettes is a movie.
sorry people. But
You
anyway,
said
that one
300 at first.
okay, you were closer with the fucking 21.
With the 2 and the 21, I was closer than the 300. I'd say,
The whole concept is fucked up if it's 21 cigarette. The whole idea is
okay,
that
but
it's a lot of fucking cigarette.
I say that's let's split the difference and say let's call it a push. We both win.
Boy, you must be one of those MMA judges. That's the kind of judging that you see in the MMA community, Poha.
You had the right number in terms of volume, in terms of it being hundreds, but
Let me
I
see
started
something with
it with
these
a
people.
2, so I was correct, more correct than you with your 3.
Oh God, I can't even argue with this one here. Um, well, on that note, on
And
that
it's
sour
my
note,
channel, and
on
I'm the
that
one in charge of
sour,
the
on
show.
that
So,
sour fucking note,
ergo,
it looks like this year is getting off to a hockey fucked up start
no, no,
already.
no, 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 Hanach. You know what? We are wrapping up this show here tonight, but you're 100% right. We need to just sweep that out of me being right. 21 Grams is a great movie. You're right.
Wait,
Trading
what
Place,
was I?
but Todd Watson is saying 21 Trading Places is an all-time classic, and it is.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
fantastic. I mean, it's a fantastic movie.
Any early Eddie Murphy shit is just a home run. It's a humdinger.
Well, so Omega
48
was
hours.
saying, yes, Omega is saying that I should hoe it up, that the channel's going to explode. So I should hoe it up. I'm just,
Maybe.
it's late. It's late, and I'm drinking gin, and I poured it
Mm.
too strong.
Yeah, you're drinking a fucking big gulp
I'm
of
like
gin,
this
huh?
slutty teacher now, like the ones on all those OnlyFans teachers
Yeah,
that are getting fired, where they're
sure.
like, in their glasses, and then they're like, and the syllabus tonight, and they're like,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Kendra, Speaking of the MMA world, Kendra Lust, she's part of
I
the
do
MMA
know.
world.
I'm familiar with her work.
Exactly. So Kendra Lust, Kendra Lust, she shares a lot of things about like her friends who are like teachers who have OnlyFans who've then been fired from their jobs and stuff like that.
Well, she probably make
Yeah,
a lot more on fucking OnlyFans. I tell you that with how much they pay teachers these days.
yeah, teachers get screwed, bro.
So fuck it. I can't blame a woman for doing some OnlyFans.
Speaking of teachers, though, you and I both, and I know I said I was going to wrap it up, but god damn it, Renato, I just like talking to you.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah, I
speaking of
don't blame her.
teachers,
Yeah.
speaking speaking of teachers, I went back and started watching Eastbound and Down with Kenny effing Powers,
Yeah, he's something
and
else.
we have spoken about this on the show before. And if people are new to our show, you and I are both like full on homers for Kenny Powers, like.
Oh yeah.
But it's not that I can't even say I forgot how good it is, because I didn't forget how good it is, because I always knew how good it is.
Yeah.
But like watching it again,
Yeah.
I'm basking in
Yeah.
how effing good it is.
It's one of the all time. It's one of the best.
It's
It's
so
yeah.
funny.
And
It's
towards the
so
last like
funny.
2 seasons, it just
It's
kept getting
so
fucking
funny.
better.
It's so funny when he goes to Mexico.
Yeah, but you know what's the best though? When as soon as
It's
in the
so
storyline
funny.
when Ashley Schaefer gets involved,
Oh my god.
Ashley Schaefer BMW
That's
or
a was
whatever,
it Ashley Schaefer BMW, and it's killing me.
when that shit gets him like that character, oh my God.
I'm
Yeah.
dead. And with the
Between
health
him,
checks and all
Stevie,
that, I'm dead.
yeah. Yeah, it's too much. Potatoes and chits. They're fictions. And we're gonna have a whole lot of
And it's
motherfucking
one of
fictions.
those things. it's one of those things, and I feel like, I'm hoping that we get to this level one day, Hanato, because I think you and I actually have a good chemistry, and I hope we get to this one day. But like when I watch when I watch Eastbound and Down, I feel like, and same thing when I listen to the Smart List podcast, and you and I have spoken about this with
Hmm.
with Jason Bateman and Will Arnett and Sean Hayes. But like, I feel like when they're on the set and they're like, yeah, like they know it's so good and they're just killing it. Like they're killing it, right?
Yeah,
And if
and they
I'm
having
honest with
fun.
you, that's how we felt on UFC tonight. And I hate like
Yeah,
whatever, but like when I was there with Kenny and DC, or like with Chael and Bisping, like any of this whole cycling
yeah,
people, like we knew we were freaking killing it and we had
yeah.
so much fun. And when
You gotta
people
cherish that shit when it happens.
and
You
that's
gotta
what I'm
enjoy
saying,
it.
like I
Yeah,
did, and I feel really happy about knowing that I appreciated it in the moment, because it was a moment and like we knew it and we loved it and it was so fun.
wow, that's over now, boy, huh? Just like in New Year's, the old Lang Syne, you'll have to cut ties with the past. Should old acquaint be forgot and never brought you mine? No, I don't know the rest of the lyric, but oh, Lang Syne. HIP, your last gig that you love so much.
That song
It's
makes
over.
me think of It's a Wonderful Life. Did you watch any holiday movies this year?
Well, just like I promised, I watched fucking Christmas Story again for the 10 millionth fucking time.
Me
And
too. Me too. I
oh, you
watched
know
it a
what I
couple
saw?
times.
You know what I
I watched,
saw? I watched I'm not finished, but I watched like 5 episodes of Hawkeye. And the whole thing take place. Do you watch any Marvel shit? If
funny
not, then
story
you're
about
not gonna wanna don't fuck with this, man.
Hawkeye that I'll have to tell
Don't
you
bother. You're
off.
kidding me now. You actually have a story about Hawkeye now?
It's
Oh,
not about me, but it's about one of the UFC analysts that Hawkeye may or may not have a crush on, and I will tell you that when we are not speaking to the public.
well, you already. I mean, how many fucking girls is there in the thing? So you already
Oh,
just
it's a
let the cat out
girl.
of the bag. Yeah, no, I know that guy. That guy's not gay.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I seen him in a more than one situation, and I never. Mm,
Cool.
I don't know about that one. Hawkeye, you know we talk. You know who we talking about, yeah? You
I'm
know what the
not
guy's
trying to
name
get
is?
in myself in trouble at all. I just know there's a story about somebody that I think that person
Okay,
has a crush on.
we'll keep
That's all
that
I'm
for.
saying, is that
Okay,
I think that person has a crush on somebody that I know.
because that is a bold stage. Um, but anyway, so like it, Old Lang Syne, we're gonna have
Yes,
to.
you feel so sentimental.
Yeah, it is a sentimental song, you know.
But that's what I'm saying. So I watched It's a Wonderful Life the other day while I was doing like a jigsaw puzzle and stuff, and that one is pretty darn great.
Merry Christmas, Christmas tree, Merry Christmas, sugar bumps, or whatever the fuck he's
Oh,
talking about.
Zuzu's paddles.
Yeah, all that shit. That's it's not healing my up. I prefer healthy. I prefer you'll shoot your eye out, kid.
You shoot your eye out. You shoot your eye
I
out.
prefer thinking about a head hider carbine action 200 shot hinge model air
You'll shoot
rifle.
your eye out, and then he fully scams him when he actually breaks his
Yeah, when he
glasses.
shoots his oh my god, I shot my eye out. Whatever. And then there was this icicle and it fell and it broke my glasses.
It's so good. It's
That fucking
so
movie.
good. It's
Yeah.
so it's so good. I love when she's
Yeah.
there, when he gets the damn lamp and she's just
She's
like
not
so
feeling that shit.
horrified. She's
Yeah.
horrified.
She's not feeling that shit. And then she
And
gets the
he's across the
revenge.
street and look at it and she's all
Yeah.
just fighting.
Yeah. She don't like that one. That's a major award. Um what
I
was
won it. It's a major award.
yeah. What is that? It's a major award. Well, but the thing I like when they're waiting in line for that long ass fucking line, and that fucked up kid is next to him bothering him, and all he can think about is getting up there, and the kid is like, I like the Wizard of Oz. I like the Tin Man. You know what I'm talking about, the kid? And then he's just like, and then that fucking witch from Wizard of Oz comes up, and she goes, "Ooh, little boy, are you?" And he goes, "Don't bother me. I'm thinking." You know, remember that?
It's great.
The way the kid delivers is so dry. You know,
So good. Well,
love
and
that.
I have to say though, I realized because I watch like The Grinch is something I always have to watch, and
All right, the
like
Grinch.
Scrooged with Bill Murray, like we were talking about.
That's a
But
great
I
one.
also realized that yeah, I really love Elf with Will Ferrell, and like Elf has become a must watch for me.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have that same.
Like
I've
it
seen
became,
Elf.
I realized it because I was like, we watch it all the time, and I watched it. I was like, yeah, yeah, I have to see it every year now.
A lot of people have said that. I've seen Elf and I like that one, but I haven't seen it enough time for it to be one of my like ones. You know.
Yeah, now it's one of
It,
mine. I realized
yeah,
it's
it
one of
could be
mine.
that. Nobody talk about this one, but I enjoyed the movie Fred Claus. I guess other people thought it was a piece of shit. It was good. The one with Vince Vaughn.
It's not Tim Allen.
No, that's the
Oh, that's
Cinch.
just Santa.
It's a fucking movie where Vince Vaughn plays Santa's brother that nobody. You don't remember that? He's Santa's younger brother.
I don't know if I've seen it. I like Vince Vaughn in general, but I don't know if I've
Well,
seen
is imagine Vince Vaughn in like doing his Vince Vaughn antics, but in a fucking Christmas movie. You know.
smoking in a Santa suit like he's my big
No,
brother.
it's not. No, he's not. He. It's like he's a normal guy, and he's a disappointment to his parents because Sanch. It would be like if your older brother was
Oh,
a
I get
famous
it. So
football
his big
star or
brother is
something.
such an overachiever that he's a
His
loser
big
by
brother
comparison.
is literally Sanch, but he's just a guy that lives in Chicago. Like he's just Fred Claus. He. There's nothing special about him. He's just a man.
So what's the point of the movie?
I don't want to ruin that one for you, but you got to. You know what? Next, Chris, go
Okay.
watch your Fred Claus.
Has
I don't
anybody
know.
seen
the
Fred
the
Claus?
villain
Okay, so
the villain is your
bad Santa.
boy.
Bad people are saying bad
Well,
Santa.
Bad
I'll take
Sanch
that.
is
It's
incredible,
good.
but
I like Billy.
oh,
I'm
Bad Santa. I don't even look at that. For me, that's
I'm a
almost
fan.
like a movie that happened to be in Christmas, but you could watch that anytime.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
just a
yeah, yeah,
comedy.
yeah, yeah. Like
Um,
I don't.
I don't sit and
He,
wait for Christmas for Bad Sanch. I would watch a Bad Sanch any time of the year.
I love him. Like he's
Yeah,
awesome. I'm a
he's great.
fan.
I love
Ever since
Sling
Sling
Blade.
Blade, like exactly.
Sling Blade is one of the best. Mustard, French
Like
fried potatoes.
he's incredible. Like I
Yeah,
still, when I'm eating, I put ketchup, I mean, a mustard on my French fries and the onion. Oh,
mustard. What about what size?
loud. It's a little
The
loud.
biggins, I reckon.
It's a big. Oh, dude, like I
Yeah,
Sling Blade. Yeah,
yeah, it's a great
amazing.
movie, and your boy Dwight Yoakam is a
Dwight
scumbag in that.
Yoakam.
And the one of the best ever in that movie is fucking John Hitter, Jack Tripper, you know, playing his friend, the gay friend,
Oh, I know, John
the wife's
Carter. I
gay friend.
know, I know, I know, I know, I know.
Yeah, he's good in
Rest
that.
in
He's real
peace.
good in
Rest
that,
in
and he's
peace.
also in fucking Bad Sanch,
He is. Oh, that's right. Well, look at that. And
and
on the
he's real good. He's
generator.
good in that.
On the generator.
Okay, I'm losing
Let's
steam
rest the
here.
show. Exactly. I'm sorry. I need to rest the show. I'm tired. Hey, so listen. Speaking of rest in peace, if people want to follow me on social media
What
and
the fuck
everything,
that have to do with it?
because I always say
Oh,
follow
okay,
me,
okay. Go with you.
Karyn Bryant, Karyn Karyn Bryant as in Kobe, no relation, but may he rest in peace is what I always say because
So you
that's my
always got to
handle.
remind everybody that the guy passed away.
That's my handle,
You
Karyn
can't
Bryant.
just leave him alive and just let him to be alive.
Well, no, because I'm from Boston. Actually a Celtics fan, not a Lakers fan. So
So that's why you got to hub
I
it in and go,
respect
yeah,
Kobe
he's dead.
Bryant, but I'm not a Lakers fan. But so but yeah, on Twitter and on YouTube, it's at Karyn Bryant, Karyn. Bryant as in Kobe, no relation, but may he rest in peace. And that's where we can watch this show. And the rest of our Tuesday Night Festivities is over on my Instagram at KB Heat. But Renato, where can people find you?
Well, funny you should ask. I'm at Renato underscore Laranja. Would it kill you to put that across the screen or something like that? Maybe on these things.
No, but look at
Um,
I put our at least our names are here.
How about instead of my name, put the fucking handle next time?
Okay, but
I'm
which
kidding.
handle? Well, no, I thought about it because I could put. Here's the
Which
thing:
one you
I could
think?
put this name right here. I could
Or
put
you could put Renato
up
under.
here.
You could
No,
put at
this.
Renato underscore Laranja.
That's what I'm saying. So this bit that you see here, I could put
Yeah.
up here, and then
No, keep it where
here
it's at.
I could
But
put
when
something else under here instead.
keep it where it's at, but they'll just put instead of that, just put at Renato Laranja
But that's what I'm
or
saying.
whatever.
Instead of this, I think this should go up here, though. I still think people need to know the name of the
No, it's
show.
to distract.
You don't want people to know the name of the show.
I do, but if you watch ESPN, they don't put the scores ticker tape across the fucking chop. They put it
Right,
on the bottom.
but if I change this to only saying at Hanato at KBE, people don't know the name of the show. So would I put up
So
here
you put Tuesday night
Tuesday Night Fistivities
check this
after
out.
party?
You put like this Tuesday night festivities after party with at KB Heat and at Renato underscore Laranja. Yeah, I think they're gonna figure out who the fuck we are at that point. And when they looking up the video in the first place, it says your name and all that shit, and it's on your channel. How much branding you gotta put on there? Gotta you put your Instagram handle. I think they know who you are at this point. They don't think you're Shaka Khan or fucking Hey Don Chong or whatever.
I want to be Zendaya.
You
She's
wanna
living the
be
dream, right?
Zendaya?
Zendaya's living the dream right now. If I'm shape shifting or if I'm jumping in someone's life, I'm taking Zendaya's life right now.
Well,
I
maybe
feel
you
like
guys will do like one of those movie like Freaky Friday or whatever, and she's gonna wake up and go, "Why you gotta do the fucking UFC show?" And I gotta stay at the wherever they fucking put you at
oh goddamn Holiday Inn. But we might be moving. But no, I'm just thinking like because Zendaya to me, she's so pretty. And she like sings and she like acts and she's in cool
yeah.
movies like
Well,
Dune and
she's
she's doing
she's
cool
doing her
stuff and
stuff.
like she's just killing it.
Listen, you
I'm
doing you
jealous.
you
I'm
doing
legit
you
jealous.
you doing a lot of
Not
stuff
jealous.
too.
That's not the right word.
She didn't
I'm
go to
just like
Brown, and she don't have a big cheeks. She don't have a big the cakes. She got no cakes.
right. No,
Okay,
I'm not like I'm
so
saying
everybody
jealous.
get what they get.
Jealous isn't the word, but if I could like swap places with her for a little while and live her life, I'd probably enjoy it.
I don't doubt it. I think it's probably fun, but I think there's
And
a
she
lot
would
of
have
shit.
fun with my life. I have a
I
great
think
time, like
I
covering
think there's a lot of
fights.
shit
Like I have a
you
really
wouldn't
good time.
enjoy.
I have a
I
good
think
time.
all that press and stuff that she has to do is probably a heel pain in the fucking
I
ass.
have a great job. I have a good time. I have a fun job.
Exact. So be thankful for this shit, and the good
I
stuff's gonna
am.
come for the new year. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, everybody.
Thank you,
You don't
everybody.
have to go home, but you gotta get the fuck out of here, gotta, or I
So
gotta
do
get the
we.
fuck out of here.
So
Okay,
do
so
we.
anyway, I guess Pinky didn't shut up. Oh well. Um, we gotta heed some of the hate mail next time. Okay, in the new year, just like a mean tweet or whatever stuff like that, we're gonna find people saying negative stuff about me in the emails and stuff. Because apparently there's a few people who is got a bones to pick, but uh, um, you know, stuff's like, I can't believe you would work with a misogynist with a pig like that, whatever. But it is what it is. So she's gonna heed that ones to me, and I'm gonna he act, and he'll chime and go, oh boy, and maybe I can respond to them live. We'll see. But we got a lot of treats and stuff in store for the new year for 2022. Okay, so everybody, I love you guys, and onward and upward, and
Yeah.
may these next couple years be better than the last couple stinking fucking years. I think we got a chance. We got a chance at that, maybe. You
You're
know,
right. Be
um,
good to each other out there. Like seriously,
yeah,
whatever politics, whatever BS, whatever. Just try to be cool to each other. Like let's just
yeah.
be cool.
Let's enjoy. We
Let's just
gotta.
be
We all
cool.
gotta live here. We all
We're
gotta
all
live on the
going
same
through it,
fucking
right?
thing.
Yeah, we're all going
Yeah.
through it together. It
We all
sucks.
homemakes on the earth here. We all
You're
like
right.
homemakes. So
It sucks.
let's get along. Let's
Let's
get
just try
along,
to get along for sure, for
or at
real.
least
But
don't
yeah,
fuck with each other. Don't fuck with each other. Okay. Okay. All right, everybody. Peace
see
and
ya.
Merry New Year. Merry New
Bye.
Year.